Last week, you guys snuck into the fortress lair of Uria, the Autumn Wind. There was a conflict. Someone got their arm broken. Someone punched a hole in the side of a building. Someone was permanently blinded for the entire fight. It sat on the stairs, felt sorry for themselves. Someone pushed someone, or maybe threw someone out the hole that was punched in the side of the building. It was pretty crazy. In the aftermath of all that, the instrument that was stolen has been returned, and the many people who had been enthralled to Uria, the Autumn Wind, have been freed of the enchantments that bind them. Now, with over 80 refugees in tow, the Chosen continue their journey south to Mytros, possibly swinging by this northernmost vineyard on the outskirts of Mytros to confront the third of the four winds, Boreal, the winter wind. So that is where we're gonna rejoin our heroes. Is sort of along the road there. Now, I do ask, did you take a long rest in the tower before setting out the next day? I mean, I assumed you did, but I don't want to make any assumptions about your player agency.
Yes.
My character sheet just did, so...
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so rolls over to the next day. Got it. Okay.
Oh, what about healing? Is there anybody who's able to heal my eyesight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
If it hasn't already been healed by your other allies, it would have been healed on a rest by Kyrah's Song of Rejuvenation.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So let me put on some different music for us. All right. Since the attack happened at night, you guys spend the night in the tower. It's rather comfortable. Maybe don't sleep in the master bedroom where there was like a mass vomit situation going on. But there's other places, cushions, pillows, blankets. People have, magic tents. Somebody has a Mytros hut of love or whatever it is that you could stay in. So, you've got options. As the morning kind of rolls around, the weather is a bit chillier than normal for this Mediterranean climate. So it's in like the 50s, and the sky is very, very clear in the north, but very overcast in the south. All right. So I guess it's up to you guys. What kind of pace do you want to set? Comfortable to accommodate for all of your refugees, or your normal pace? It looks like, according to the map, you're about a day away from the vineyard. So unless you want to show up at the vineyard well after dark, you'd probably need to camp before you got there and then head out the day after.
Yeah, I think we'd do a comfortable pace.
Okay.
So like I'm really skilled in nature. Would I have any understanding of like the phenomenon of like the weather being clear up north and
Yeah, you understand the, I don't want to say the science, because obviously Sidon controls the weather. There's no fucking science. But you understand weather patterns, which is to say that Sidon paints the weather sort of like with a brush of power. And so, depending on his mood, much like a painter that paints with their feelings, some areas will receive light tones of paint, while others will receive darker tones of paint. Where he is feeling particularly angry, the skies will always be the darkest and stormiest, and where he is feeling the most benevolent, they will be the clearest and most sunny and beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's just kind of,
Good to know.
magical weather patterns, I guess. Yeah, it's so weird to be like, I have a knowledge skill, and then you have to sort of like parse it against like the fact that there's not always science involved. So, all right. I guess you guys are gonna head out.
Guess one of those few times where
Put on
knowledge religion can trump knowledge nature.
Yeah, I guess so. I feel like in a setting like this, knowledge religion would trump a lot of shit. Now that I think about it. I'm gonna put something on Groovy too as well to go with these outside.
Well, I got religion too, because I'm just that kind of barbarian.
All right. So you begin your trek to the south. The most interesting thing that happens is the fact that you're traveling with 80 mostly naked people. And they are traveling with B-list celebrities. So it's awkward and exciting. You could certainly take advantage of your micro-celebrity status if you were so inclined. And there are some people that, like people do with micro-celebrities, don't think you deserve the fame that you have, even though you save their fucking lives. Because that's just people. But yeah, overall, Kyrah tries her best to keep spirits up, and kind of, without moving as a blur, moves as a blur throughout the crowd. But she does hit up Anastasia for assistance in managing the crowd and keeping morale up. So what is your contribution, Anastasia?
I guess I would kind of do like grief counseling, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess to the more the people that were more affected by it, because I guess just talk to people, find out where they're from, and then
Okay. Listening to what you plan to do, she realizes that this is going to be like this is going to require some insight. So she goes to the player that's trapped at his grandma's in Canada, and has him start sort of, you're a cleric of the five, get in there and minister to the people, kind of thing. So Astraeus kind of moves amongst the crowd, trying to also provide comfort and find people that need someone to talk to, and then kind of send them to you, sort of thing. Yeah. So they sort of, who's the worst off for all of this. Phil, there is a group of rowdy boys and girls, many of whom you inadvertently became intimate with. They're trying to make sure there's no hard feelings about breaking your arm, but they also all kind of feel like the biggest badasses. Like, even though it took like 20 of them to break your arm, they're like 1/20th of a demigod. It's kind of how they feel. Like they're feeling pretty proud of themselves, but they don't want to get all boasty about it, but they're kind of like testing the waters to see how upset you are about your arm being broken.
Yeah, Phil's pretty angry right now.
Okay.
About his arm being broken.
Right.
So, like, if any of them test him, like, he wouldn't hurt any of them, but he'd, like, do his best to be, like, intimidating about it. Like,
yeah, okay. So, like, the biggest and toughest amongst them, a woman who would be at home on the front lines of an Amazonian rugby team. She kind of playfully is like, I did not know that even the bones of the gods could be broken. Is it just as much a surprise to you, great Philippocles? And you can see she's rolling that insight check after she drops it on you.
Yeah, Phil would just kind of be like, "What happened?
Oh,
He just-
okay.
Try to
So,
stumble away
yeah.
from her.
Yeah, they let you storm off on your own. Yeah, they spend much of the day debating whether or not they should brag to the people of Mytros that they were able to break Philippocles' arm. They're leaning towards it'll just be a cool thing that happened and we don't need to make a big deal about it. You do, however, overhear your aunts interviewing each of the people, asking them to tell her, how did you break Philippocles, son of the Wimpy Pythor's arm? Tell me in excruciating detail just how easy it was to break that arm. She's got a little notebook out. She's just scribing it down. So
Phil would find some time to like pull her aside. He'd be like, and he'd be like, "What happened was is they didn't break it. I was just, fighting amongst 20 of them, and I broke it myself. I just landed on it.
Like
think
you
they
just,
could break my arm?
Overexerted himself. Yeah.
you broke your own arm because you were
Yeah.
trying to lift all 20 of them up in the air at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't see because we agreed not to look to the other person's side
Yeah,
of the room.
I wasn't looking at you.
All right, exactly. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like what happened in that room doesn't need to be recorded in the annals of history.
Yeah, let's leave that one out.
Mm-hmm. Or as lawyers would say, the annals of history. Am I right? Anyways, I got work to do. Reset. This has been, that was a rough encounter. How's Reset dealing with the day after?
I mean, for her, it was more. She spent most of the encounter with her eyes closed and just listening to what's going on.
Right.
I don't think she wasn't particularly upset about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was
She
crazy
hasn't gone
fight. so-
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. She can see again, so she's happy about that, and she's just looking forward. I think she's mostly focused on Mytros, about finding a dragon, and also because Mytros has been rivaled with Odyssey for so long, she's wondering what it's like there.
Yeah, I mean, are you nervous at all because of like Mytros nationalism and you being a member of their rival nation? Like, do you have any trepidations about that?
Not really. She's kind of open to see like what's going on there, but she knows that there might be some hostility, but she doesn't think it's going to be too much of a problem because she's not just an Oresian anymore.
Okay. Kind of piggybacking on that, Hypatia, with 80 plus witnesses, do you make any effort to conceal your monstrous nature? Or do you just let those snakes fly free in the wind?
No, I feel like Hat of Disguise would be back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There is some confusion amongst the people because in the songs, you are described as being able to assume the guise of a snake-haired sorceress of no small power. So the people kind of expected to see it. Some of them remember from like the magical drug haze, like seeing it. And so there are people that are kind of looking for it, sort of thing. But overall, they're just really worn out from their imprisonment, their magical compulsions, and just overall, yeah. So nobody.
I mean, they would notice that like her hair doesn't really pay any attention to like gravity or wind. Or
Right.
like that.
Yeah. So you
Just kinda
definitely
does its own thing.
attract a lot of curious gazes, as if people are trying to see, I guess, what is real, sort of thing. because for the sake of your, personal identity, et cetera, Kyrah kind of leaves it open-ended. Like, is she a Medusa? Does she have the power of Medusa? That kind of thing. Until, you're 100% ready to go one way or the other with it.
I mean, my family's kind of embarrassed by it. I'm not really, but like, we're going back to Mytros, and well, yeah.
That's where you're from.
Yeah, and on that
hide
note, what are you gonna do back in Mytros? I mean, your family's there. You gonna look them up, or?
No, probably not. It's still kind of awkward.
Okay. All right. Yeah, with such a huge group of people, and relatively close to the outskirts of a major city, the encounters are not dangerous. You do encounter some travelers, and they are headed north. They are available to answer questions you might have. They certainly have some questions for you, like, where did you find all these people? Why are half of them naked? Where are you going? Who are you? And yeah, like they have a lot of questions. Does anybody want to field these, or?
If they,
No.
yeah, we can field them. But also, if they have like a bunch of leftover clothes,
That's
like,
what I was gonna say. Do
we'll
you guys
buy,
have
we'll buy
clothes?
them.
Oh,
We'll buy
okay.
their
Yeah,
clothes off of them.
they're like, this is fortuitous. We thought we would have to travel all the way to Astoria before we could trade. But sure. And they kind of pull over their wagons and they open up shop, and it's essentially like Player's Handbook.
Okay, Phil's gonna buy like a half cloak to like kind of one of those cloaks like you put over like it like hides one of your arms. And he's just gonna buy that, and he's gonna hide his
Like a
broken
Phantom
arm.
of the Opera cloak.
Yeah. So hopefully people stop asking him about his arm.
See, I just thought that we would ask Kyrah if she had any of the tents that got damaged over time, if we could turn those into togas for the people.
Ooh, I don't want to put any of those.
No, she
any of
explains
cloth
that
anywhere near my body.
when a tent dies, she has to send it back to the elemental plane of tents, where it can regenerate and become strong again. So it's a whole thing. So, all right. Clothes are cheap if you buy cheap clothes, right? So you're looking at maybe like 5 silver a person for clothes. You only got 40 people to buy clothes for, so it's like 20 gold to outfit the rest of the refugees with some basic bitch clothes. So I don't know who's gonna pay it, but there you go. Kyrah and the other NPCs are conspicuously absent when the merchants ask for the money for the clothes. Like, you look around, you don't see any of them. It's weird. Lorius is gone. Karina, they're all like, where'd they go? Talus, something of an oddity everywhere you go. People are curious about you. They ask all the same questions. Are you a man? Are you a woman? If you answer that you are a man, they want to know how you were able to become an Amazon. Questions. Do you eat? Do you sleep? Just the stuff that you're starting to just hear all the time, like everywhere you go. No one is outwardly like afraid of you or cruel to you, because again, a lot of the temples are guarded by automatons, so they sort of view you in a slightly divine way, right? As like a special thing, not so much a scary thing, but like an awe-inspiring thing.
Right.
Do you have any change to your answers for them, or do you just kind of give them the same story? Do you not interface with them because you're tired of hearing these questions? Like, how do you?
I'll reply almost methodically every time. That I am neither male nor female by design.
Okay. Yeah, they're fascinated by your existence. So it definitely attracts a lot of these, a lot of the people that you saved want to kind of know what's going on, and their captor to shatter on the stones below. And what's creepy is that some of them are actually kind of mad at you about it, because they still remember her warm embrace and her kind and her beautiful music, at the same time that they were imprisoned by her magics. Because people are weird like that sometimes. Also, she was kind of like an 11. Some of these people are maybe like a 2 or a 3. That was the best they were ever going to do in life. Now they don't. So maybe there's a little bit of that going on too. Plus, they didn't have to work a job. They just got to like party all day. So there are some people that you have rescued that are kind of bitter about being rescued.
Well, I'll let them know they are welcome to stay at the tower if they wish.
Well, when you say that, you're many, many hours away from the tower, and there is some grousing because they were like, wait, that was an option? We could have stayed? And then they kind of like get together in a group, kind of murmur, like, should we make a go of it? We could live out in the forest. We could set up a little trade post. By the end of the hour, about 20 of the people that you rescued come forward, and it's a combination of asking because you saved their lives, and you're very strong, but it's also a combination of telling that they would like very much to not return to the city of Mytros, but instead to repair the tower and try and make it into something better than it was.
I don't know about the others, but I would wish them well.
Yeah, just kind of shrug, like, why are you still here?
Yeah. I mean, these aren't like the, Bob the accountant. Like these are the tough, more like caravan guard, wilderness, hunter trapper, mercenary kind of deal. Like these are people that's, they feel confident that they could maybe make something happen.
Yeah.
So.
And I would say we look forward to stopping by in the future to see what they make of the place.
Okay. All right.
I let them keep their clothes.
Well, that's very sweet of you.
I was very tempted to take it back.
Wow, this ain't the pirate game.
No, I had to remind myself.
Yeah, so they wish you well. They give you many thanks, praise, and prayers, and they head back north along the road. More than likely catching up with the caravan from earlier, and who knows where things go from there. All right.
They may have started a new town. All
right. So, evening begins to settle in. You and your 60 refugees all settle in, and it's got a very festival, I guess festival would just about do it. Yeah, it has kind of a festival vibe, like tents everywhere. People are drinking, pouring out small, drops and pours here and there for Thylea. Music is being played, songs are being sung, campfires are lit. Looking around, you know that these people, in all likelihood, would not have met a good end with Uriah the Autumn Wind. And so, I don't know, maybe it's a good feeling to look around and see all this life and joy and celebration and know that you played a direct part in that happening right now. So, does anybody have any evening activities that they need to take care of? Any particular NPCs they want to reach out to, or other PCs that they need to talk to? Or is it a day or an evening of quiet contemplation? Like, what's going on?
Phil would... Oh, go ahead.
Also, I would want to check on the people who were down in the cages, make sure they're all right. They were probably in the most danger out of everyone.
Oh, for sure. Are pretty tough. Despite being and hiding under the stairs, they are survivors. Their will was too strong to be broken by the harp or the nymph's magic. Except for the one guy, he's just tone deaf. So, like, he just, he has advantage to his saves against music-based attacks. But yeah, they're doing okay. And they kind of turn to you and are just like, I have not thanked you enough for saving us from those cages. I cannot tell you how many times those minotaurs pissed in my face, threw their shit down on top of us. It was degrading and humiliating. I used to feel bad for the minotaurs of Mytros and the situation that they were in, but this has darkened my heart. It is now like a stone when I think of those bull-headed fools. And he spits a wad on the ground. And the other two kind of nod solemnly. Any follow-up, or you good?
Dude, just make sure they're good and making sure that they are well on their way. Comfort them, I guess.
Sure,
we'll get them back to Mytros safe.
All right. Phil, did you have something you were trying to
Yeah, Phil would just, he can't turn down a party. So he would, party with them and line up. And once he got a little drunk, he'd probably let all the ones that thought they were strong arm wrestle him with his good arm. Crush every single one of them. But...
I'm sleepy, so this is my excuse. Back when we were at that caravan, could I have sold that necklace for a lot of money so I could get more spells? Or would that be like a Mytros thing?
It would have represented probably all of the petty cash that they would have been carrying with them. But seeing as how you saved all these civilians and stuff like that, they probably would have gone for it and then assumed that they could have flipped it when they got to Astoria.
Okay. And anybody upset with me doing that? Anyone feel like they need money out of that? Otherwise, I'm going to keep it all. Last chance.
Go ahead. You were the money queen.
Okay,
Wizrobe's an expensive class.
Yeah.
Rivaled only by Rogue Thief. And Rogue Thief never actually gets the ability to just wish for 10,000 gold a day, so they never actually pay out dividends. Okay. So you kind of sit in your purple tent, counting your treasure, stacking your drachmae. Got it. Yeah. All right. Anastasia, Reset, either of you have any evening activities?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if maybe Reset wanted to perform. We haven't done that in a while. We get a big fire going.
Yeah, there's like 60 people. There's no reason not to have, I guess, a small little celebration for their release. Yeah, so I'll join Anastasia for that.
Okay. Do you guys want to just say that you did a good job, or do you want to roll to see just how good you did?
Well, I always do a bad job, so I guess I'll roll.
Okay. You're gonna roll for it?
I'll roll mine, and then Anastasia has her own, right?
Yeah.
Does this represent taking 10?
Well, I'm saying, I'm assuming by level 5 that you're good enough at skills that you're proficient in that if you're not under duress, you should be able to do okay. But if you wanted to see, just how good it panned out, that's where you would invite RNGesus into your life.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll roll too, of course.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled the wrong
one,
so that's plus another think it's like +3, 2 more.
All right. So you guys put on a fantastic show. The spirits of the people are lightened significantly, and this application of music in a freeing and non-controlling way definitely goes a long way towards making them feel more comfortable and kind of move past their magical imprisonment.
I almost go up to Kyrah and be like,
we are
should I use that new lyre though? That would freak him out, huh? No, I'm not going to use this lyre.
Oh yeah, that would definitely freak him out for sure.
Did Kyrah ever tell us what these instruments actually do? What their powers were?
Well, they power me up, you know. Like you're like a warforged, so you could totally understand, right? Remember that story about the 5 like Tabaxi warforged that could combine into one super Tabaxi warforged?
Yes.
Yeah.
Voltronus.
Voltronus. Once I have all 4 instruments, I become Mega Kyrah. Which is why I generally leave them at home, because the world just really can't handle Mega Kyrah. So, yeah.
I see.
Plus, I mean, keeping track of 4 magic instruments, that's a pain in the ass. So, no, but they're very important to me, and it's more important is that when you're a deity and someone disses you, if you don't do anything about the diss, like your power levels go down, right? So I can't, especially with how bad things are right now, I can't really afford to let the power levels get too low, right?
I see.
Yeah, like we don't operate off of a spell slot system like mortals do. You know, we have like a gauge. You know, you got to keep it topped off. That's why when you
that belief.
Yeah, I mean, I've been juicing hard since you guys sacrificed that great boar to me, for sure. But all these times where I kind of step over the line, you know, it drains a little bit. It drains a little bit. Basically, like, I don't know. When you're a god, like, you live forever, and you're eternal, so, like, if you die, like, maybe you think it's funny to, like, try swimming in lava or something. I don't know. Someone might have tried to do that. You know, it takes a little while, but then you reform, and you keep going. But reforming, right, that drains some of your godliness, your godly might. Performing, like, really big miracles, that kind of stuff, drains your godly might. Stepping in and telling fate, not today, bitches, like that drains a tremendous amount of your godhood, essentially. And honestly, without it, I mean, I guess we're just people, you know? So, yeah. The problem is, the Twin Titans are way better about accumulating and saving their godliness. So we've sort of been slacking, I guess, and they have not. So that's where you guys come in. Hopefully you guys will be able to level the playing field, because I mean, you've seen my brother and my dad, and pretty soon you're gonna see my sister, and I'm pretty sure after you see my sister, you're gonna realize just how much we're putting on your shoulders, because it's pretty bad. So, yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to be so glum. I feel like after we're done with the North Wind, it's gonna get pretty intense for a little bit. So, but I will do my best as your manager to keep my spirits high, so your spirits are high. So don't let me be the Debius Downerus of this fun festival. So go drag fanboys and girls into your purple tents and have a great time. And in the morning, we will go and rampage. Or from what I'm understanding, Phil has floated the idea past Anastasia of a word rampage, so we could see what that's like. I don't know. Maybe it involves a lot of shouting, but I don't know. We'll try that first. Yeah. Diplomacy. We'll try that. I mean, Boreal's always been, of all the evil exes, he's definitely the most reasonable. So
I thought you were gonna say chill. That would have been a kind of thing to say.
Yeah, that's pretty low-hanging fruit, though. So
That's a Kyrah thing, the low-hanging fruit.
oh. Yeah. And she just sort of kind of walks away to the crowd. Her shoulders kind of sagging a little bit. All right. The night passes, and I suppose morning will come. There's no stopping it. Having traveled a day south, the weather the next day is even colder. You can see your own breath. It's like the low 40s. There's just a little hint of frost on the grass and in the air. Yeah. So, as you start packing up tents, Kyrah is running like a super pancake kitchen, trying to feed all of these people, and somehow successfully doing it in that sort of Jesus Christ, I'm going to just karate chop my pancake into 2 pancakes kind of thing. Everyone's, I mean, that's what gods do, right? Yeah, like she throws the pancake in the air, and then like 2 pancakes appear. It's incredible. Yeah, so that happens, and let's see. What else? Yeah, camp is packed up. Everybody is ready to go. Spirits seem to be high. Mood seems to be good. People exit Philippocles' tent like it's a fucking clown car. And everybody packs up and begins heading south. All right.
One good thing to traveling in numbers is that most enemies see 80 people, don't know if they're good or bad or.
Oh yeah. Well, especially like,
attack.
predators and stuff. Oh yeah, they're not gonna fuck with no 80 people. That ain't gonna happen. All right. So, as you approach the vineyard, it becomes very cold. There is a chill mist that hangs in the air. Allow me to load you into a map, because there's a map for this. Alright. There's also flavor text. As far as NPCs, do you want to leave Team NPC back with your peeps at the edge of this mysterious mist? Or do you want to just bring everybody?
I think we're gonna just take Kyrah and leave everyone else to maintain our posse.
Okay. Works for me. Alright. Don't panic about Astreus. He wasn't here to long rest himself, but he is not actually bloodied like it shows on his miniature. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, while I'm loading, someone commented on the video where you guys fought the Cyclopses. They wanted to know what artifact weapon Talus had gotten a hold of that was allowing him to suddenly do so much damage. And I was like, oh no, that's just the sharpshooter feat. It's totally balanced. No issues at all. It's great. Goddamn piece of shit. Anyways, yeah. Let me get all these Pokemans, and then we're good. Oh, by the way, did you repair Preparatos, or are you gonna wait till you get to Mytros to do that?
Actually gonna wait till I get to Mytros for that.
Okay, fair enough, because he's kind of slag right now. Got it.
Yeah, it kind of got melted.
All right.
I've repaired them a couple times and haven't bought any new parts, so I think storyline-wise, I need parts.
So, despite the frost and the overcast skies, or perhaps because of it, I don't 100% understand how grapes work. The grapes growing at this vineyard are so big. They're like golf balls. They're like really lush, heavy, beautiful grapes. As you follow the road through the vineyards, you eventually see off in the distance a very strange sight. Anyone who's trained in nature recognizes these creatures right away. Those of you who are not trained in it have probably seen one or two in your lifetime because they are occasionally domesticated. They are huge, with tree trunk legs, 4 of them, a short tail with a little mane of fur at the end of it, massive floppy ears, and a strange tentacle growing out of their face, as well as 2 goring tusks, like a boar.
I've seen those in books.
Yes, these are elephants, and they are apparently tending to the vineyard.
Their skulls look weirdly like cyclopses.
That is true. Yeah, so you watch as off in the distance, these creatures just move delicately amongst the vineyard, using their face tentacles to tend to and gather the grapes and throw them into baskets. Their feet are stained red, as if by blood. Or maybe they mash grapes. I'm not sure.
Hypatia will tell anyone who listens that for a while we weren't sure that elephants actually existed because we just found their skulls and we thought they were cyclopses.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Take the inspiration.
Thank you.
All right. So what do you guys do? I should say there is a lovely stream. It is iced over, but not so much that the water doesn't just trickle underneath the ice. There's a lovely stone bridge, and off in the distance, you see a lovely little farmhouse.
Is this where we're expecting him? I'll ask Kyrah. Is this where we expect him to be?
Yes. You also see, snoozing on some hay bales over here in this sort of open air barn area, is a massive creature with 6 arms and 1 cyclopean eye.
Oh, well, and about talking.
Yeah. I can talk to
it.
those. She's very excited to go talk to these. I got those. What else do you?
Yeah, the elephants.
What are some of your concerns though?
Well, you see Sleepyhead in there, and I
I'll
kind of
fly up
point.
a little bit and peer. Yeah.
I kind of want to kill it.
Oh. Oh, it's the axe. Right.
How about we
Just
don't let
kind
the
of-
axe let us turn into the next dragon?
Just kind of feel like it's my duty.
And Hypatia will whisper to Phil, I bet, though, that if we try and talk to the thing first, it'll be even more surprised when you kill it with the axe.
Okay, how about
It'll
I'm
go
gonna
much
go-
better.
I'm gonna go play with the elephants, and if it's time to kill it, let me know. I'm gonna walk up to this. Well, I'm gonna glide up to this elephant and try and pet it.
Oh my god. Alright. As you approach, the elephant, its eyes glow an ominous blue. It raises its face tentacle and it sneezes on you.
Oh.
dealing
my
48
God.
points of cold damage. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Made it.
All right, you take half the cold damage, and then halved again if you have protection from cold. And then it's gonna roll into initiative because you have startled it, and it is got to protect these grapes. It's got
I
to protect
approached
these
it
grapes.
in a safe manner, friendly manner.
All right, these other elephants look over. Is it time to throw down? Is it rampage time? Okay. Kyrah whispers to you, Anastasia, I thought you were going to talk to them.
Yeah, but he just flew off. Who gave him those shoes?
His fucking
just wanted
dad
to-
gave him the fucking shoes.
I just wanted to pet it.
Alright, I guess roll into initiative and I'll try and... Oh, thank God, I got a good one. Alright, we got this.
Anybody else not having their initiative bar or anything show up?
It should be up. You may have to refresh your Roll20.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Okay. Let's see. Let me put on appropriately dangerous music for fighting ice elephants. Where are you at, ice elephants? Oh, here we go. All right. Sensing that their grapes are in danger, all the elephants get ready to throw the fuck down. All right. Anastasia, to you.
Alright, I guess I have to use an action now to cast Speak with Animals. And I'll fly
Okay.
over to this one. And as I cast this, is this one saying anything in particular? Before I...
Oh yeah, it's saying nobody's allowed to touch the boss's grapes. Nobody's allowed to touch the boss's grapes. He told me that nobody can touch the grapes except us elephants.
Don't get away from those grapes.
And you hear like shotgun shells being loaded inside its nose. I'm gonna get these intruders off my land.
Wait, mister.
Huh? All right, you see it look over at you.
My friend here, he's never seen a creature like you before. He was just curious. I'll get him away from your grapes. We're so sorry.
I'm on the clock, lady. Nobody messes with the boss's grapes. If you got business with the boss, you walk on the road.
Phil, get on the road.
Okay. Kyrah looks around confused. These elephants are on the clock, Hypati.
That's what
We haven't
they said,
invented,
but I don't.
We haven't invented clocks yet.
Yeah, I was confused by that too.
Yeah. She's going to ready in action. Philippocles, you're up.
Phil's gonna apologize for going near the grapes.
Okay. It brandishes its nose tentacle face thingy in a very threatening way. Like it will shoot you again.
Yeah, and Phil's good with animals. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
He's unthreateningly backing away from the grapes.
Sure. Okay. All right. It does not make an opportunity attack as you back away. Okay.
Just wanted to pet it. Oh, I really want to kill that thing.
Soul. You're up.
I think she's gonna stay back. She's very afraid of cold damage.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
She's gonna dodge over here.
That's a lot of cold damage.
We'll go hang out with Kyrah.
Okay. All right. This elephant looks over at you, Anastasia, and it's like, "You better listen. You better listen." And you hear more of those like shotgun shell sounds. And he says, "This thing's loaded. This thing's fucking loaded." And
Yeah,
you
I
see its
stand
trunk make like a kind of gesture, and he just holds it out straight, and he's going to ready an action. And he's taking up a defensive position by his grapes. Alright.
Explain to everyone else. Whatever you do, don't go near any grapes. They're super defensive of the grapes. They mean business. Look at that one.
Okay. This elephant, way off on the other side, Anastasia, you hear it shout out, Koban! I heard your nose go off. Everything okay? And Koban is like, Cenas! They were after the grapes. I'm holding them off with my nose cannon. And Cenas is like, okay. Tell them, if they can understand, tell them don't come near my grapes either. Alright. This elephant down here, she calls out, is everything alright up there? And then Koban's like, yeah, just move into a defensive position and ready your nose cannon. Don't let them near the grapes. And she does. Hypatia, to you.
Well, I'll just run up to these guys and say, hey, is everything okay? What are we doing? Should I fireball them? I can fireball them. Okay, I won't. And I'll dodge.
Just stay on like the middlest part of the road possible. I'm gonna land. Just kind of like 1 foot at a when it's my turn again.
I'm gonna dodge.
Okay. Skilla? Same deal?
Same deal.
Talus?
I will stand my ground.
Okay.
Not attacking, but not backing away either.
Astraeus, his mouth opens and closes like a goldfish as he tries to process what is happening. He stumbles forward. Also taking the dodge action. Alright, top of the round, Anastasia.
Alright, I'm gonna land right in the middle of the road.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna walk. This way. I'll just kind of wave it this way and say, hi, we're not gonna touch your grapes. We just want to talk to, Oreo?
Okay. She narrows her beautiful eyes suspiciously and says, with kind of a nasally sound because her nose is full of breath weapon right now, she's like,
I don't know who you're talking about. There's no Boreal here.
Did he come through here?
I don't know what you mean.
hmm.
I guess I will just dodge too. And...
Okay. Alright. Kyrah's like, I'm not gonna stand next to you guys in a clump if they're shooting breath weapons out of their nose. So, I'll catch up. Phil, to you.
Phil's just gonna fly 50 feet in the air
Okay.
and stare at this
Alright.
elephant.
Yeah, he keeps his nose aimed on you. Gauging the distance. Points out that he's 15 feet off the ground, just to keep that in mind. And his trunk is another 5 feet, so he can still get you.
Then I'll fly 55 feet in the air.
Okay. He kind of rises up on his hind legs, challengingly.
And then I'll fly up to 60.
He begins moving towards a tree to get more height. He knows that you're a threat to the grapes. He's not fucking around today. Alright. Soul, do you just perch on Kyrah's shoulder and hang
Yeah.
out? Or
Yeah.
okay. Alright. The elephants maintain position, guarding their vineyards. Assuming you follow the road and do not intend to fight these creatures, I could take you out of initiative.
Yeah.
Elephants are
I'm
honorable
not going
creatures, and they would not break their word and then do a pincer attack double breath weapon on you. A more sinister creature like a heffalump, maybe, but not an elephant. All right. Thank God that turned out okay. All right. So the elephants stand down. They keep their breath weapons ready. They jealously guard their grapes. Their red-stained feet looking ominous. Talus, is this the weirdest thing that you've seen since you woke up in Thylea? Or is this like kind of just a normal day now? No? Nothing? Okay.
Oh, not quite sure what to do here.
That's how he gets you. That's how he gets you. He's so weird. He's a weirdo. He uses his lovable weirdo-ness. Come on, Astreus. You're so like mindless today. Jeez, come on. All right.
I want to call over to this one real quick and ask her name.
Oh, yeah, sure. She says, I'm Scylla. And you see Scylla kind of narrow her eyes, like you do when someone has a name similar to yours, but like not all the way. You know what I mean? Like you're Emily and they're Emma kind of deal.
I'll introduce myself, and then I want to tell her that her grapes, she has a fine harvest over here, and this one seems to be a little lacking.
Thank you. I am told that they bring all the boys to the yard. She comes over to the fence to talk to you. She extends her loaded trunk in an offer of handshake, I guess.
Absolutely.
Okay. And she says, you would have had to travel off the main road to come here. Are you lost?
A little bit. My friend lost something.
I hate losing things. I lost my favorite basket 2 days ago.
Side quest added. Yeah, my friend lost something, and she said that a person called Boreal might know where it is. And we asked everyone on the road, and they pointed this vineyard out to us.
Give me a insight check. Ooh. When you mention Boreal, her ears flick and her eyes quickly turn to the side. She scratches her face with her trunk. I said I don't know anyone by that name.
That's okay. Ooh, I'll ask her, who is that man over there sleeping on the hay?
She squints her eyes and tries to peer through the fog. Oh, that is Kebalinos.
Got a lot of
And
arms.
Kebalinos is very mean.
Oh. Does he own the vineyard? Do you work for him?
No, Kebalinos guards nothing.
Right. Well, thank you for your time. I'm sure you must be very busy. I won't keep you.
It's okay. There's not many people to talk to. Because the people can't talk. And she kind of sighs, and she's like, and I love the people so much. They're so cute. And she kind of reaches out with her very cold trunk and pinches your cheek. The only ones to talk to are the other elephants and the boss.
That one's not your boss. Who is your boss?
Oh, he's definitely not named Boreal.
turn back to the rest of the group. I don't think he's here, guys.
You hear, you see a sweat drop of relief appear above Scylla's head when she overhears you say that.
No, with these guys are speaking an animal. Would that be?
Yeah, they're making elephants.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
the
making
voices,
elephant
yeah.
sounds at each other. Yeah.
Ask it if we attack the boss, if it's gonna blast us.
Right in front of it.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a pretty good question. That seems like a good one.
hmm.
I thought we were going to talk to him. Ask it if we can talk to him.
Yeah. Can we talk to your boss, who is not Boreal?
Yeah, for a second, she gets a smile, like she's pulled a fast one on you. And she's like, you, go knock on the door at the house. There are people that could help you.
Okay. Thank you, Scylla.
And she turns and says, also, don't worry about finding my basket. Koban stepped on it and then hid it in a bush. And she kind of like looks over at him, and she like takes her trunk and points it at her eye, and then points the trunk back at him. And he just kind of shrugs. And then she sort of starts waddling back to the grapes.
Okay. I'll whisper to the rest of the group. It seems like he's here. He owns the vineyard, but I think these elephants work for him, and they're afraid to talk about him.
Or they're charmed to not talk about him.
I guess I would be an expert in being charmed. Did it seem like that one was charmed?
It definitely seemed a little bit of magic compulsion might have been going on there.
Oh yeah, these elephants are working fields.
Yeah, they're definitely some kind of dominator. I just wanted to pet that one.
Oh, I
He sneezed all over me.
want to work a vineyard.
Let's go talk to him.
All right.
Maybe we can get this over with. 'Cause
Real quick, I'll ask Kyrah. Did you have a bad breakup with him? Should I just lead with that you're alive and we want your stuff? Or?
Well, first of all, very insulting that you would just assume that just because the last two claimed to have had bad breakups, that this one was also a bad breakup.
Auntie, you've been calling them your evil exes.
Look, I'm gonna distract you with a joke. What did the elephant say? What did the elephant say when he saw a naked man? Hey, that's cute, but can you breathe through it? No? Okay. Yeah, it was a bad break. It was a bad breakup! It was a bad breakup. Fine. It was a bad breakup.
What led to you?
Look,
Not
you guys have
working
heard
out,
the
okay.
legend, okay? Like, I can't marry anyone who doesn't defeat me in a foot race. Okay? That's the prophecy. So, every relationship I've ever been in, I mean, there's no long-term prospects. And they try to take it to the next level, and they can't win the foot race, and then they get upset, you know?
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Our impatient allies await us across the bridge. We'll
Oh.
continue walking.
Dang, I had another elephant joke. Hypatia.
I bet you won't forget it.
Ooh, yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, if you don't have Kyrah inspiration, you may have some Kyrah inspiration. Hypatia.
Yeah.
What do you get when you mix an elephant and a rhino?
I know this one, but I don't want to dignify it with a response.
Oh,
What do I do?
Oh,
What
you're
should
just
I
making
do?
you're making it so awkward. If you know, just say it. Just embrace it.
Sigh. Elfino.
Nice. Only Sol and Astraeus and the five gods have witnessed it, and Scylla. So basically all of Thylea. All right. As you approach, you hear a thundering of feet as Sinus comes running up, brandishing its nose cannon. It's shouting in elephants, "Back the fuck away from the grapes."
Yeah, you guys are getting a little close to the grapes. You got ruler tools. Look at this.
I'm 60 feet in the air.
Oh, I see.
Okay. All right. Yeah. They
I
start.
don't
They
have
start.
danger
They
sense.
start like they start hockey checking you, Talus. They start hockey checking you. They do have a trample attack. They're not using it. They want you to know that. Okay. All right. As you approach, you hear the loud snoring of a guy that's really good at taking naps. Are you intimidating this poor elephant? Oh my gosh.
Give him the evil eye.
All right. Let's see. I will allow it to use its strength to counter. It is afeared of your unnatural ways. It backs up and breaks the gate to the vineyard. It looks around mournfully at what it has done. All right. From inside, you hear a young human ? Say, "Papa, Papa, I can hear people coming." And a man's voice says, "Oh, be still. It will be all right. They will not hurt us." Okay. The door opens, and there is a dude. He kind of steps out. "You there, and you in the sky. What are you doing here? What manner of creatures are you?"
We were just passing by. I'm gonna put a hand out and wave for Anastasia to fly in closer.
Oh, I'm not flying.
Or to come in close.
Yeah.
You did not hurt any of the elephants, did you?
No, of course not.
No.
The man looks left. He looks right. He looks up. He looks down. Then he looks over at Calabinos, who is asleep. And he says, "Hey, quickly, come inside. Quickly now, come inside." Did you just fly in these poor people's window?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they really go in for glass in a Mediterranean climate, so you just sort of like go in through the shutters and they clatter a bit. All right. The lady, who may be his wife, I don't know, she looks over at him and is like, "Oh, Mystios' mercenaries here?" And the man closes the door. Maybe in an ominous way? I don't know. "We must be quiet. We do not want to wake Cabalinos. My name is Gelos. And I need your help."
Oh. You own this vineyard?
I am one of 12 descendants who own the vineyards north of Mytros. My family and I are in charge of this one, where the largest and best grapes are grown. But several weeks ago, a strange satyr arrived, and he claimed that he was taking what was owed to him. He has these strange but wonderful beasts, the elephants, and they do whatever he commands. And he had some women with him They were beautiful, but also terrifying. I think they are called Maenads. He has made us prisoners in our own home. Kybalinos is our guard and warden. We are given food and water, but little else. He will not let us leave, and said if we try to flee, he will have the elephants track us down. He said that the tails on their faces are noses, and that they can smell anything, even 100 miles away.
Well, I don't know if that's true.
His wife, Galia, says, it is true, it is. I tried to flee in the night, and the elephants were upon me in mere moments.
Well, but
Their
were
terrifying
you 100
face
miles
there.
away?
Well, I did not make it that far, but I know in my heart it is true. He said the words with such conviction. No one could lie that well. The little girl looks around confused and says, I thought that these... are you not heroes? You look like the heroes from the Bard's song. You
Well,
know,
we're
Kyrah,
heroes,
yeah, the goddess of music. She sings a tale of the chosen. Oh, I am sorry to interrupt, great wizard.
Well, I was just saying, I don't think the elephants can smell you 100 miles away. I just
Yeah,
don't
you
think
would need
that's
a
true.
nose as big as Hypatia's.
Shit.
God damn.
Okay,
Wow. Kyrah's
making a
like,
note in my book.
Kyrah's like, do you need
Making
me
a
to get?
list.
You need me to get an elephant to sneeze on you for that burn? Cause damn.
I'm making a list. I have
Okay.
spells that can affect you, is all I'm saying. And the next time we're in a labyrinth, you might find yourself embiggened.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Phil. She knows a lot about magic. Okay.
Trust me, I know how much she knows about magic.
I believe Philippocles is just jealous because parts of him are smaller than your nose.
Well, I think we've kind of seen that is not totally the
Talus
case,
is
but
added to my book as well.
oh man.
Wait. Okay. Let's get back on track. To the man, I'll say, we are the chosen. We are looking for this satyr. And to the little boy, I'll say, it's supposed to be a secret. No one can know we're here. What kind of shush?
Well, yes, that is why I closed the door. But it is simple. You can just go and kill Kybalinos and distract the elephants, and we can escape. There's nothing else that you need from us. And you see like a sweat drop kind of go down his head, even though it's 40 degrees.
I thought you said there were 12 other captives?
Yes, well, the other families were not as fortunate to have the chosen show up on their doorstep, and they can deal with their own problems, yes? I'm sure you're busy with real heroics.
Kind of like to everyone else? We're not busy, right? I guess, are we?
We've been kind of doing the whole save everyone kind of thing.
And the little girl is like, Pater, you did not tell them about the curse or the oath. And he makes a face like you do when your daughter and her friend tell the security guard at the water park that you're sneaking food in your backpack. And he not that this ever happened to me. And he just kind of looks over at her like, God damn it. And you see the woman just sigh and sit down in the chair. Heroes, there is no curse per se. There was an oath, but it was a long time ago. I cannot be expected to upkeep an oath made by my grandfather. Right? Yes?
Oaths are very powerful in this land.
Yeah, I'll let my I'll take my disguise hat off, and I'll be like, this is what I don't even know how many generations ago, but I'm still cursed. So
Galia,
enjoy.
she screams, covers her head and pulls at her hair and passes out at the table. Outside, you hear a and then the little girl is like, "Oh, Pater, will I get to have snakes for hair because you are not honoring grandfather's oath?" And he, again, makes an even bigger poopy face than he was making before.
I'm pretty sure you could just tell us about this oath now.
Alright, listen. I did not even know there was an oath sworn. The Fae, they live so much longer than humans. But apparently, the reason that this vineyard grows grapes of such great size and delicious juiciness is because 3 generations ago, my grandfather, he made deal with a group of satyrs. They tended the land and planted these vines they claim came from the old wood. They said that these lands and all that were produced, half would belong to them. And my grandfather, in desperation to make a living and make something of himself, agreed. But Satyr, they are aloof. They got distracted. They never returned. And so he, raised my father, and he grew up and never heard of this rumor. And my father raised me, and I was none the wiser. But then this strange blue satyr arrived and claimed that half of everything here was his.
Is there a way that I could would detect magic know if it was a real oath?
Maybe a little bit. Because it is kind of a divine magic effect. Yeah.
Because I'm just wondering if it was a real oath, or if Boreal maybe just made some shit up.
Oh yeah. Sure. You cast detect magic.
I will. Yeah.
There is just the faintest bit of divination and enchantment that hangs over the man and his daughter.
Okay. I'm gonna say, yeah, it sounds like this oath is legit.
What does that mean then? He said if we were to stay, we had to stay in the house. He has set up all sorts of rules. He's doing all sorts of things. He and those crazy women, they make love all the time. The noise, it is scandalous. And then he brings this brute in, who keeps us trapped in our house. And he has strangers come by all the time, and he is selling all of my grapes away, and he's drinking all of my best wine.
Well, it sounds like he's breaking the oath as much as you were then, so.
He claims that he has 150 years to make up for.
I don't know if that tracks. Because, clearly it was... I don't know. I'm gonna look around at the others. I think we could lawyer our way out of it.
If we killed him, would he still be bound?
Okay, also there's that.
Yes, if you kill him, that would end the oath. And then I will be free to work my family's land. The land that we have worked. Those satyrs, 150 so years ago, all they did was plant some vines. It is the blood and sweat of my family that has made this a success, not their seeds and vines. They show up out of nowhere and bring up promises from the past that have no weight. What do they think I am, some minotaur, to fall into a stupid oath such as this? I had nothing to do with it.
If your grandfather did not keep up his end of the oath, then he does have some lividity.
You hear some stompy sounds. And you hear a very deep voice and a very loud fist knock on the door. Is everything all right in there? I hear a lot of shouting.
I'm gonna sneak out the window.
Gelos, answer me. Why is there shouting? I have told you, respect your wife.
I whisper to him, answer the man.
Gelos sweating profusely, like that Keen and Peele gif, right? He's like, hey, there's nothing wrong. It was a disagreement. You're right, Kapelinos. I lose my patience. I'm too short with her. I am so sorry, my love, Agalia. It will never happen again. And Agalia is just unconscious at the table, having fainted from seeing her fate laid bare before her. Even though she's not related to this bloodline and isn't affected by the curse in any way, shape, or form. She doesn't know that. Well, if Serene would like, she may comply with the elephants. I have had good nap. And you hear like a creaking sound as he like gathers up a bunch of barrels and crates and then sits down on them and begins polishing his weapons. Serene looks to her father and is like, Pater, I can play with the elephants? And he looks at her and he says, are you crazy, girl? These Mytros, they're preparing to kill Cabalenos and save us from this curse. You can't be out there, you'll get hurt. Those crazy elephants, they sneeze everywhere. They might hit you, stomp you. Please, you, and he kind of reaches out for you, Resent. You are a human too, you understand? These fake creatures, they are sneaky. We did nothing wrong. These are settlers' lands. This is Mr. This is Mytros. Please, just help me.
I'm just gonna give him an empty look, and I'm gonna look back to Anastasia.
You there, Minstrel, please convince your allies. Have them move against this fell creature, this servant of Sidon. And Kyrah looks over. She's like, sir, I am but a humble bard. It is not my place to make decisions for such great heroes. Please, leave me out of these affairs. I only watch and record.
And Patty rolls her eyes at the accent.
And, Gelos just kind of looks around like, I thought this was fortune, but it is the fates mocking me to send heroes that will not act. Oh.
Look, point us to where Boreal is.
Where did he go? Does he have more guys like this outside?
I do not know. I know about Cabalinos, and I know that he and his fell women are down in my secret wine cellar. It is hidden beneath the open-air barn.
Underneath that guy?
Yes, that is why he likes to sleep there.
Oh, man.
But he just moved, didn't he?
Astraeus kind of leans out the window just a little bit, and he's like, yes, he is polishing his weapons. And you imagine this has got to be hard for Strauss, since Gygan straight up killed him when he tried to make peace with them. They betrayed him after an oath of hospitality and murdered him, which allegedly, according to history, triggered the wholesale manslaughter of them by Esther Arcleander, and then triggered the First War.
Yeah, if you guys are on this side of the room, you just kind of see like Phil. He keeps like leaning his head in, like waiting for someone to give him the signal.
I might be able to get him out of here and go down the cellar and deal with this. Otherwise, you might have to fight him.
I mean, I don't mind fighting him, but I don't really want to fight the elephants. They seem nice.
Great heroes, Mistiosis, please, let me help you. I can ask him for help getting on an elephant. And then while he's distracted, you can go down and deal with the satyr.
Hey,
And she looks at her
Serene,
father, and her father's like, this is not allowed. You are not going to risk your life. Not when there are heroes who can do the same.
Serene, I kind of just stand in front of the dude. Does the Cyclops offer you elephant rides often?
Oh, yes,
Is this something?
He is very kind. He is always nice to me. And when he finds a good piece of wood, he will carve it. And she runs to her bed, and she brings you back little wooden elephants and giraffes and centaurs and stuff like that.
Is there a reason why you think they're trying to hurt your daughter?
The man kind of bristles, and he's like, I think they are trying to hurt her because they are monsters. And because they showed up and told me what I could and could not do. They took from me what was rightfully mine.
If they wanted to hurt her, could they not just take her from you?
Astraeus, no stranger to the oath, says they could have taken your daughter, because is she not, in a way, the fruit of this land? But they did not. If this man travels with Maenads, I think you're lucky to still have your daughter. Or perhaps it's an indication of the sort of man you are dealing with. And Gella's kind of like, looks dumbfounded.
We will speak with Boreal, and we will let you know what becomes. Would you lend us your daughter for a moment?
His jaw is clenched, his teeth grinding. And finally he says, she is the greatest thing in my life. And if this Boreal has not taken her, then perhaps he can be reasoned with. And he grabs his daughter, the sides of her head, and he kisses her on the forehead, and he pulls her into a hug, and he says, "Be careful, please."
Perhaps we should go about this differently. Perhaps we should speak to the Gygan.
I'll put my hand up to Talus, and I'm gonna say it'll be okay. And I'll take my blanket off from around my shoulders, and I'll tie it around her neck, and I'll say, "Give this back when we get back, okay? But it'll keep you safe in the meantime."
Oh,
it's a magic
all right.
blanket.
She, her eyes light up, and she kind of wears it like a toga cape kind of mantle sort of thing. And then she rushes to her bed, and she grabs her wooden sword, just in case. And then she says, okay, here I go. And
Ride
she
those elephants into battle.
opens the door just enough to slip through, and says, Cabalinos, I am ready. Let us go and ride the elephant. Which one do you think I should ride today? And he kind of grumbles, and he's like, the female has the nicest personality. We shall ride her. Come. All right, so they start heading over to the elephants.
So it's
Alright.
gonna be okay
Stealth
if
check
she
our
gets
way over
sneezed
there.
on.
Yell.
We could
Guys,
exit
we
through
could
this
probably
window.
get out through this window.
All right, the man pick up his wife, and he'd put her over the bed, and then he waits by the door.
I'm gonna fly over here and start figuring out how to get underneath into the secret wine cellar.
Maybe we should ask him. It's his secret wine cellar. Pillows, how do we get into the cellar?
Sir, it is me, this simple bard who is not special in any way. The great heroes would like to know how to get into your secret basement. Oh, there is a ring disguised as stone.
A ring. Look for a ring.
Alright, I'm looking for a ring.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation or perception check.
Let me
Do it
let me
together.
do it. Let me do it. Here we go. I do.
Dang.
I'm smart.
All right, Hypatia, you see, hidden under a bunch of hay, half buried by a bale of hay, there is a stone ring, exquisitely carved to look like the nearby cobbles.
And I'm gonna point it out to Phil, and I'm gonna say, "There it is. Go, tug on it or whatever you do."
Go tug on it.
Phil, you took a lot of...
tug on it. Yeah.
I'm gonna Phil, you look... Forgot about Phil's hell. I'm gonna cast the Cure Wounds on him. Before you go down there, you got sneezed on. Let me get some healing in.
Yes.
There you go.
It's so cold.
Well, my healing's all fire. There you go.
Yeah, it
Do
feels
you need
good.
more? Alright, one more.
All right. As you lift the stone ring, you hear the doodle-doodle-doodle-doo sound of a staircase being discovered.
Make sure we close the entrance behind it.
And then, I'll lead him down.
Astreus says, should I stay behind and cover things up to make it look like you didn't go down there?
Sure.
It would be easier on the DM because there'd be one less character he has to run. And he jumps through the window. All right, cool. That sounds like a plan.
Before we go down,
I was going to volunteer to jump through the window and hang out up here, but whatever.
before we go down, I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself,
Okay.
just so that we're ready.
All right. I'm going to hero stack y'all. Okay. Okay, you guys begin heading down the stairs. It is warmer below ground, and you see that there are many barrels of fine wine. Let me change out the music, I guess. Sure. It's all Final Fantasy IX tonight. It's all Final Fantasy IX. All right. So, as you head down the stairs, you look into a well-appointed cozy and well-tended wine cellar. The smell of good times is heavy in the air. Philippocles, as you pass this barrel, it explodes.
All right.
The wine attacks you.
All right.
Yes, that's right. The wine attacks you. This is a real monster.
I guess, Kyrah, you're gonna get your rampage.
We should have just started with the fucking dragon.
But what about you put the little girl on the elephant? You kill a guy that puts a little girl on the elephant? Nephew? I mean, that seems a little dark.
I mean, but like,
But
the way
like,
you described my axe, like.
no.
doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, see, you're role playing fine. I'm just letting you know as like an NPC who's dealing with your acts of racism. How she's responding to it. No, you're reacting appropriately, because if you weren't, the axe would be demanding it, and then probably trying to make you do a charisma save, which you are entitled to resist. I mean, you are your own person. So, all right. Reset. I guess you're gonna start things off for us.
Is this like an elemental? Does it look like
It is.
a wine element?
It is a wine elemental. That is correct.
It's a wine.
That is what
All
it.
right.
Oh wait, I have music for this too. Hold on. There we go. Ambush. Oh, super serious. Okay.
All right. Gonna make my way around the elemental, and with the Xiphos, I'll attack it.
Oh yeah, that is definitely gonna hit. And since it is magical, the creature does not resist the damage.
Okay, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to dodge.
All right.
So 17.
Skilla, you're up.
Skilla is gonna pull out a little straw and take a sip, providing the help action. and
It
go away.
is. It is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. Okay. Philippocles, you're up.
I'm gonna rage
Okay.
as my clothes get all sticky and my loincloth is just not feeling right. And then I'm gonna attack it twice.
Okay.
Is it a giant? I didn't think so.
No.
Here's my first attack. Here's my second.
All right. Both of those attacks hit. They do a significant amount of damage. The creature is already bloodied, as wine elementals can be.
My turn.
All right, Anastasia, you're up. Oh, Kyrah's going to use an action to start feeding you background information about her relationship with this guy. In case you do get a chance to use diplomacy, you'll have some ammunition.
Okay.
Okay, that's what she does with her turn.
All right. I will Sacred Flame the elemental. Attack
Okay.
so.
It makes a save.
All right. Oh yeah, it takes no damage. All right. Then I'm gonna back up, squeeze past Hypatia. Would that be counting as squeezing?
I mean, I imagine you could like perch on the wall or something.
Oh yeah, that's an important question. How high is the ceiling? Probably not very.
Ceiling down here only about 8 feet.
Okay, yeah. Alright, I'll just as much movement as I can. I'll squeeze past so Kyrah can give me the juicy bits. I'm done.
Okay. Okay. All right. The wine weird lashes out at Philippocles. There we go. A 26 for 13 points of bludgeoning damage. You are grappled. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save or get drunk. Okay. You've drunk more than this. Yeah.
Roleplay accordingly.
All right. Talus.
I gotta do it. It's in the description.
I'm going to approach here. And I'm going to make a swallow attack against it, trying to drink it dry.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make a Constitution attack roll.
With resistance because of poison resistance?
Yeah, it would have advantage. You would have advantage on this attack because being drank is its weakness. So just click your Constitution score, I guess. Unless you're proficient in alcoholism, which I don't think as a robot you are. There's only one robot like that. We all love you, Bender. All right. Yeah. You open your mouth, lean in like a Hoover vacuum sound, because your mom was a Hoover vacuum, as we found out in an earlier episode. You think I forget this shit? I never do. And you start siphoning the creature up. Roll 3d6 for me. Yeah, you drink you drink the rest of the water weird. Now you need to make a Constitution save against poison.
Do you have resistance?
All right. You can feel it sloshing around in there. Now you have a second elemental creature in your body.
Gotta catch them all.
All right. As that finishes, the barrels behind Reset burst open, and the other one appears. It is going to try and, I guess, just grab Reset. It don't know no better. Here we go. This is at disadvantage because she is dodging. A 19.
It hits.
All right, you are grappled. 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and it begins drowning you in wine. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Become instantly intoxicated. Oh my god, you're instantly intoxicated. Please roleplay accordingly as per the monster stat block. All right. So you watch, and it's very like, I don't know, Little Mermaid. She's like in the creature, and her hair's like flowing like she's underwater or whatever. But she's making like drunk ass, crazy drunk white girl face, I guess, as the instant intoxication hits.
Her face turns red, but I guess
nice.
It's hard to see because she's in the wine.
All right, Soul, to you.
I think we'll just dodge back here.
Oh yeah, and he cries at the end of every play. Any play, he cries at the end of every single one. It's just so emotional all the time. He tries to be like this real cold, like edgelord. It's not real. It's all just a lie. All right, Hypatia, you're up.
Okay, she has this really calculating look on her face, and she's looking at her wand, and she's looking at the weird, and she's thinking, and she's trying to resist, but she can't resist. And we're gonna firebolt it to see what happens when we attack an alcoholic monster with fire. Because I just have to know.
Oh.
I just have to know.
Fortunately, we're going off the stat block, but also a bit of science. Almost all wine is not flammable. So you do hit it. The creature is resistant to fire, but does take fire damage.
Now, if this was an absinthe monster.
Oh god, that would be the end of her set. Time to make a new character. There's just body parts everywhere.
You could actually like drop like a lit match into like the most flammable gasoline or oil you could find, and it'll go out.
Oh really?
Yep.
There's a chance or always?
Yeah, like if you light it, it'll light. But if you just drop it in there and the magic gets submerged immediately, it'll go out.
The fumes itself are what's flammable.
Fair enough.
I would like to know
Little
how you
science
know this.
for your D&D.
Have you
Get
tried
that
this?
science out of here. All
Anyway,
right.
Go on. That's all I had. Go on.
Reset. You are grappled and drowning and drunk.
All right. As an Oresian, she
Mhm.
is used to being drunk.
Okay.
I imagine they party a lot and drink a lot. So she's the kind that's going to keep drinking as she I mean she's surrounded in wine now, so she's just gonna open her mouth and kind of just like a fish just start drinking. And
All right, this would just be a normal Constitution attack. All right.
so
yeah,
she's opening her mouth, but she's not, but like the wine keeps coming back out, and she's looking at the wine and wondering why she's not swallowing it.
Yes, this is an unfortunate and well role-played decision about drowning, because you were already drowning, and now you're willingly drowning yourself. So it's not going so well for you. All right. Anything else from Reset?
That's all she'll do.
Okay. That brings us to Skilla.
Skilla's gonna see Reset trying to drink the wine.
Yeah.
See it go badly. She's gonna go hand Reset her tiny spoon, and provide the help action, and fly back.
All right. Fair enough. Philippocles, you're up.
Yeah, Phil's gonna walk up, and he's gonna put his axe away, and he's gonna just reach into the wine elemental and pull Reset out.
All right. It will try and hold on. It is a 14. You have to beat a 14. No problem. All right. You wrench her free.
Yeah, and I just kind of like put her there, like a what you do with drunk girls when you just sit them on a bench.
Stay,
No, one more.
stay.
You had enough.
One more. I'm not drunk.
Okay. Anything else with Phil?
No, that's all.
Oh, okay. All right. More dish on this guy to prepare you for your conversation. Anastasia, to you.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, Reset is all covered in wine now. And this person did it. I'm gonna Secret Flame it again. Dodge this.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, he's so gentle.
They do not dodge it, and it takes 8 points of radiant damage.
Just a little fist pump and then goes back.
All right, Talus, to you.
Having seen it work last time, he's gonna try it again. A glint in his eye.
All right, the creature snakes backwards in defensive fear as it sees your mouth yawning open and hears a strange kind of sound start up. All right, give me a Constitution attack with advantage. Yeah, that's gonna hit. Go ahead and give me 3d6. The creature is bloodied as you drink up a large portion of it. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save against poison with advantage. Ooh. This might be a new sensation. You are intoxicated.
All right.
Very, very much so. Yeah. All right.
Well, it was with advantage, so 11 doesn't make it either? Just making
No,
sure.
the DC is a 14 against this
Okay.
thing's intoxication effects. All right, so you have disadvantage on attack
Can
rolls
use
and
my
ability
Kyrah
checks.
inspiration.
All that does is like DM inspiration. You announce it
All right.
before the roll. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to use
No worries. The creature is going to try and grab Philippocles, I guess. It'll actually move into all of your spaces. There we go. And then it'll try to grab Philippocles. There we go. I don't think a 13 hits.
Nope.
All right. You were able to fend off the attack as it swirls around you guys. Soul, to you.
Hey, just come around. She needs to handle business. We'll come over and we'll try and burn it. I was worried about the fire thing too, but it seems to be okay.
It was for science, Anastasia.
Let's see. With a flank, that'll be a 13. 13 hits.
Yeah.
Okay, it takes 2 points of damage.
Alright.
Anything else from Soul?
We'll come back this way. Just a little bit.
All right, Hypatia, to you.
Okay, fire didn't work, so we'll try cold. We'll frostbite it. We'll make wine cubes.
All right, let's see if it can make that Constitution save. It certainly does. Okay.
Oh,
Anything else from Hypatia? All right.
Nope.
Top of the round with Reset. You guys, well, not you guys. Phil, maybe you hear a sound from over here. All right, Reset.
Does it sound like a wine elemental and a bunch of barrels about to explode?
It sounds like feet hitting the floor.
Something's coming.
She's going to drowsily look at the spoon that was handed to her, and she's gonna look at it, inspecting it, and then she's gonna get really angry and be, "This isn't my spoon," and she's gonna throw it down at the ground.
Okay.
Would that work as an unarmed attack? 'Cause I'm inside of it.
We could treat it as one of your darts, but not. Yeah, that's fine. But it'd be a disadvantage. But you're already, drunk.
She's just throwing this spoon.
You already have disadvantage. 4 times disadvantage. 13 hits. The creature takes 4 points of spoon damage.
And then she's just gonna stumble back a little bit and probably fall down on her.
All right, Skilla, to you. You've never seen people that couldn't handle their liquor this like this. This is just amateur stuff.
Oh, it's so rude.
Yeah,
So rude too.
You spent a lot of time at the university. You've seen real alcoholics at work.
I have. I'll just I'll go and I'll try and stabilize, Reset, and maybe knock her into the wine elemental just a couple of times.
Okay.
And, provide the help action that way.
Fair enough. Phil, it's you.
I'm gonna just try and kill this thing.
Okay.
First attack, with help action, I think it's a crit.
Yeah. Let's see. Maximum damage. It is immune to prone, so it does not need to make the save that's associated, but maximum damage is a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a D12, so,
24, so 26 plus your strength. It's just turns into wine and floods everywhere. All right.
no more drinking it. Look at this. Look at you guys. We're trying to save a family.
All right.
Reset is licking her wrists.
Anastasia, to you.
Even you, Talus. I
Alright,
didn't expect this from you.
Come out here, see if that's taken care of.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize we're still in initiative. I will not move myself. Very sorry.
All of these barrels are destroyed over here.
In the corner, they're all busted up. Yeah.
Okay,
these
so
guys.
I'll kind of go over here. Then where it sounds coming from the other side, over this way.
Yeah.
No points
over here.
over here.
Okay. I guess I will just dodge.
Okay. Talus, to you.
I will destroy all humans.
Oh, so Talus is an angry drunk. Okay.
Guys, was that his motives all along?
All right, so you're just kind of stumbling around, looking for humans to destroy.
Well, I heard noises from over here. I'm gonna go this way.
Watch out! That's a step. Oh.
So as you start heading over there, the door over here is kicked open, and you see 3 startlingly beautiful and horrifying women come dancing out.
I'm gonna yell at them.
Okay. They cock their heads, almost in like an animal-like gesture, and then begin to scream back at you. All right. Anything else from Talus?
And I'm gonna throw my chakram at them.
All right. That balances it out with your scream, so make a regular attack roll. Yeah. So which one? Mask, veil, or nothing?
The mask of one.
All right. The chakram flies through the air, sparks off of her helmet, and comes back to you. This one right here does sort of a cartwheel forward, kind of, up onto this barrel here. And then gauging the room, begins to do a very low, crouched kind of booty dance. She's twerking. All right, it is the wild dance. Everybody within 30 feet of the Maenad must make a charisma saving throw.
Question. I cannot actually see her
Yeah.
from
1,
where
2,
I am.
3, 4, 5. That's true. Let's see. It doesn't say that you have to see them, though. It just says any creature within 30 feet of the Maenad, including other Maenads. Oh, shit. Hold on a sec. Let me roll for these other Maenads. Have to make wisdom save throws. Okay. But I will back the play of the recent sleep drought nerf, and I will say that since this does involve booty shake twerking, since you cannot see it, you would not be affected. So,
Okay.
all right. Since
Is it just
all this shit's basically homebrew. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Charisma saving throw, guys. Sorry, it's charisma. So everybody did it right. All right. Here we go. 1 and 2 for the other Maenads. The other 2 Maenads pass. The DC is a 12. If you did not make it, you are confused by the frenzy.
And I was so worried about you when I saw the 13.
Yeah.
Can we be
Oh, here we go
confused
again.
twice?
What do you mean? Can you be confused twice?
I think drunk was also confused, right?
I mean, drunk is
Oh,
however you
it's
roll.
poison.
It's however you, it's however you role play it.
It's not actually like disadvantage on saving throws.
It's ability checks and attack rolls.
Okay.
Is poison. Yep. All right. That is what she does with her turn. Soul, you're up.
I think she got confused. So what do I have to do?
Okay, roll a d10 for me. Attack the nearest ally. All right, you try to set Anastasia on fire and miss. That's awkward. Okay, that's the end of your turn then. Maenad, number 6, is going to do a little cartwheel over, and as she does, 2 daggers appear, 1 in each hand. She's going to recklessly try to stab Talus with them. 1 and 2. 24 for 8, 23 for 6.
I'm gonna shield.
Okay.
So you don't hit me. Ha ha ha.
Amazing. Hypatia, to you.
Okay. I'm gonna step into the room. Do you want me to make a save now? Because I could if
Because
you
you can see the booty dance.
Yeah.
Sure, that'd be cool. Give me a charisma save.
Okay.
I feel like
I
a
might
patty.
regret this.
No.
I'm sorry if I'm sorry if I fail, guys.
Don't
oh no,
look.
wait. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use my inspiration
All
to
right.
get me
fair enough.
advantage because I'm not real good at this. Oh, it wasn't enough.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So now give me a D10.
All right. 1.
1. You begin to dance. You dance like no one's watching. You dance harder than you've ever danced before. Unless this has happened to you before, then you dance just like you did that last time. Maybe better. And take 7 points of psychic damage as your mind tries desperately to free you from this embarrassing dance.
Okay. I
You
assume I can't,
feel
shield that or anything.
like your belt sash. You feel Kyrah like slip a couple of drachmae into your belt sash as you start furiously dancing.
Yeah.
All right. Maynard number 1 does a little cartwheel over. Goes here. It's there. All right. It's gonna try to attack Talus. Advantage plus flank. Here we go. 1 and a 2. 27 and a 24. 27 for 6.
Is this magical?
Yes. No, it's not magical.
Okay.
All right. We're set. You're up. A 5. You're gonna attack the nearest ally.
Okay. So I would just,
All
as she's sitting down on the floor and she sees Hypatia come up to her, and she's gonna be like, "Go away, leave me alone." And she's gonna slap
She's
her.
dancing too, in a
And
weird
there's like,
way.
is there like
Yeah.
3 more Hypatias dancing? Is that mirror image?
Oh yeah, because she's got mirror image on top of everything else.
I just imagine Reset going, next time give me the right spoon!
Does a 14 hit or no?
It does not, because I have
Okay.
mage armor.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's just a very weak slap. Like, go away, leave me
Skilla,
alone.
You watch as your mistress proceeds to do some of the most horrible dancing ever. Maybe it's good dancing, but it's described as frenzied dancing, which never really strikes me as good dancing.
Okay. Can I give can I give myself the help action to come out of it? Can I do that?
Let's see. At the end of your turn, you get to repeat the saving throw. Right. So each of you that has lost your turn to this, you do get to repeat the saving throw to see if you come out of it. Unfortunately, help action cannot assist with saving throws.
Oh.
Yeah. It's ability checks
Okay.
and ability checks and attack rolls.
Okay. Well, Skilla will just try and help Talus by flying up here and like pointing, like hit it here, like
Fair
here.
enough. All right. Phil, to you.
Yeah, Phil sees Scylla point, and he runs up and hits her there.
Okay. Advantage plus flank. Let's see what you got. Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
Here's my second. Boom.
All right, 28 points of damage. She is bloodied.
Man, why couldn't I have
Alright.
used my inspiration on that one? So dumb.
Let's see. Kyrah's gonna try to push past you guys, and then she's gonna look over. She's gonna see that twerking booty. She has to make a save. As she fails.
Amazing.
All right. So she's like making comments about your dancing, Hypatia, and then she looks over, and she sees the twerking booty, and she just starts frenzied twerking right next to you, just booty dancing, like nobody could see. Like it's horrible. She takes 6 points of psychic damage. Okay, Anastasia, to you.
Alright. This dance is really dangerous. Everyone just needs to stop. I'm gonna try and cast Hypnotic Pattern
Okay.
over.
It is a square, so
I will have to hit Talus. I know.
All right.
I mean,
Okay, so you're gonna drop it. Yeah, I got you.
yeah.
Okay, I'll roll 3 saves, wisdom saves, and go ahead and give me a wisdom save, Talus. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one of them fails. It is this one right here. And Talus, did you make your wisdom save?
I did.
All right, then only the one is affected. Anything else from Anastasia, who is now concentrating on hypnotic pattern?
Yeah. Pick that up. Do I have to make another save? Because she's still dancing, or I'm good for that one?
Oh no. Her turn's gonna come up, and yeah, once you make the save against it, you're good.
Okay.
For that round.
Yeah. And then I'll just turn around and try and help Soul snap out of it. But
Okay.
That's my turn. I'm just gonna stand here.
All right, Talus, to you.
Alright, gotta roll a d10.
Yep. All right.
I got 3.
3. You attack the nearest ally if you're able, which I guess you are, because you have a thrown weapon in your hand. He's right here. It will be at disadvantage because you are intoxicated.
Misses.
15 does not hit. All right, flies past you, and then comes back to him. All right, this one.
I get to make my save.
Yep, you get to make the save. It's DC 12 Charisma to see if you are no longer affected. All right, this one's gonna try to see if her dance comes back. It only recharges on a nat 6. Ooh. All right. She is going to appraise the room and see that there's somebody that's not affected, and come cartwheeling up to you, Anastasia,
Yep.
and double daggers recklessly. 22 and for 5 and a 24 for 8.
Yep. I'll make
All right.
2 con checks.
All right, Soul.
A D10.
Soul, you begin to dance wildly, and in
Damn,
doing
it's probably
so,
gonna kill her. Oh no.
your brain begins to microwave from your dance moves 4 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
All right, this main ad right here. I guess they've got a flank, or they don't, because their ally is out of it. It'll just recklessly try and hit Talus. Here we go. Uh, 16 does not hit. 25 for 7.
I'll take it.
Okay. That's cool, because I don't know if you have a mechanic to that second. Hypatia, to you.
Well, I could shield again if I wanted to.
That would raise it by 5, so it would be a 25, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah, right,
27. Yep, never mind.
Okay.
All right. So
yeah.
she has stopped dancing. Can I act normally now, or am I still confused?
It at the end of your turn last turn, you could make a new charisma saving throw.
And I failed.
Okay, then you have to roll a d10 again.
Okay.
Oh. You can move and act normally this turn.
Yay.
This turn.
Okay. Yeah. I am going to. Nah, we'll just firebolt. I don't like her attacking my friend Anastasia, so I'm gonna attack her.
All right.
Really?
Okay, yeah,
A
she
2 and a
just
3.
Damage.
yeah, she just dips underneath. No sweat. There, you just explodes against the wall with that max damage fireball.
And
You
then
hear
I need to-
a male voice from this room. Hey, what's going on out there?
So now I make another charisma saving throw. Okay.
All
Did I
right,
make
you snap back to your
Yay!
sentence. Yep.
Finally.
All right, this lady misses her turn. Reset to you. All right, you can move and act drunk on this turn.
She's gonna look up and see her there, and she's gonna say, "Bitch, no one invited you. Get out of here."
Do you crawl after her
Yeah, she
Like-
kind of crawls up
through the wine?
and yep,
Okay.
stands up, pulls out her knife, and stabs her twice. with
I've
disadvantage.
known ladies that would do that while they're drunk. Yeah. You stab her good. You stab her 1-2 times right in the ribs.
She'll even like attack 3 more times because she's an angry drunk, or 2 with
All right.
that flurry of blow.
Because she was reckless, both of those are gonna hit. So she's takes 15 damage and is bloodied.
No
Oh.
one wants you at this party.
Oh wait, sorry, not bloodied yet, but close. She turns and just kind of banshee screams.
Wait, isn't it 26? Because 2 hits and then 2 shields.
Right. Yeah, she's at 26 damage.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, I was double checking the max health on this one.
Okay.
All right, that brings us to Skilla.
Yeah. Skilla is gonna just fly up and be like, "What she said," and fly back. Help action applied.
All right, Philippocles. The one in front of you is incapacitated. I don't know if Anna has explained how that magic works to you or not.
I'm just gonna go and I'm not alright with people hurting Anna, so I'm gonna just turn around and I'm just gonna take my axe to this Maynard's back.
That is definitely going to hit. It is bloodied now for sure. All right.
The little drunk one said leave.
And she turns back to you and she screams in your face. This is our house and our home. You're the intruders. And she like twirls her daggers and flashes her fangs at you. All right. That brings us to Kyrah. And Kyrah is looking at this lady, and she seems kind of disheartened a little bit. And she looks at this lady, she looks at that lady, she looks around the whole room, and she says, Boreal, we could talk it over if you want. All right, Anastasia, you're up.
I can't hold a spell because that would also be concentration. I will just dodge and see what happens. But I'll make like a defensive, like I was about to cast the spell order, but I'm not anymore. I'm just gonna dodge. Like,
fair enough. Talus, you're up.
Alright, do we have disarming rules here? I forget.
If you have an ability that entitles you to such a maneuver, you could certainly do it.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind then.
Apparently the technique is extremely hard to master unless you are a Battlemaster fighter or took a Battlemaster fighter feat in the world of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. Alright, so what are you going to do?
I'm gonna go, oh yeah, we're supposed to be not killing him. I forgot. And I'll try to non-lethally smack her in the face with a shot.
All right, go for it. Like hitting somebody with a plate. You have advantage. Oh God. Okay.
Well, he's also poisoned.
Oh right, yeah. So it'll be a
yeah.
13. Okay. 13 is just shy because of the helmet, I guess. You hit her right upside the helmet. It makes a kind of hollow sound because it's made out of bones. You have another attack?
I'm gonna, yeah.
Okay. All right, a 14 actually does hit. She takes 6 points of non-lethal damage. All right.
And I'll yell in her face again.
All right, and she will scream right back at you. It's very feral. All right, this one, she tries to get her twerk ability back. It doesn't come back. She looks at everyone here. She is a furious creature, and you have encountered Maenads before. They're hard to deal with. She just keeps stabbing. Since you guys seem to not want her to stab Anastasia, and she has obsessive defiant disorder, she is going to try and stab Anastasia. She does so recklessly because these creatures have no worries about their own safety. These are both normal attacks because you are dodging, so they both miss. Soul.
She was already reckless. This one. Over. No, that would provoke. So yeah, we'll just dodge here. We're good.
Okay. All right, Maynard number 6. She stares at Talus as she begins dancing up onto this barrel and over here. Lets out a scream and uses her wild dance on everybody, I guess, in the room, including the other Maenads. Charisma saving throws.
Use Misperation.
There you go.
Do I have to make it again?
If you're already under the influence, you don't need to make it again.
I can never pass these. It's literally impossible.
Both the other
no one can pass it.
both the other Maenads failed as well. So that's a whole thing now. Let's see. I'll just put a yellow dot. That'll help me remember. All right, and that's her turn. Hypatia, to you.
I guess I will roll the d10. Ouch.
Okay, a 1. You begin furiously twerking. Your mind reels at the potential of your dancing skills. You take 3 points of psychic damage. You may make a new charisma saving throw if you have not already to try to break free, since, at the end of your turn or whatever. All right, this one failed. It has to make a...
Oh, finally.
All right, a 1. It begins dancing furiously, does nothing with its turn, and takes 4 points. Oh, it can't because it's incapacitated. Okay. I think it'll just take psych. We'll just leave it. We'll just leave it there. We're set. To you.
8.
8. You attack the nearest enemy.
Okay. She's gonna look at this one who still hasn't moved.
Mm-hmm.
And again, she's just gonna say, I thought I told you to get out. You weren't invited. And again, she's just gonna bash her in the head with... She's actually just gonna use her shield this time.
Okay, yeah, that hits. You hear a crunch
And the third one.
As her head caves in, and she dies.
Yeah, she would not have been doing it non-lethally.
Yeah, I'd imagine, yeah. All right, anything else from Reset?
You should have left the party. She asked it.
Uh-oh.
All right. You hear the clopping of hooves, and you see a blue-skinned satyr come striding into the room. He looks around at the carnage he takes he's supposed to have the harp. He takes the harp. The other one had the lyre. And he strums it. And you see the remaining two Maenads let out deep shuddering breaths as they kind of calm. And the rest of you who are affected by the Maenad's dance can make new saving throws if you would like. With advantage. Okay, so it looks like, Phil, you are still affected by the frenzied dance?
Yep.
Alright. That brings us to Skilla.
Skilla is... Oh, I guess Skilla could have made a thing, but she's probably gonna fail, because...
Okay.
Oh no, she did pass.
She made it.
Look at that. Okay, well never mind then. Skilla's gonna dodge.
Alright. That brings us to Philippocles. Give me a d10. A 7. Attack the nearest enemy, if you can.
Move right here and bring my axe down on the sleeping.
Okay.
An 11.
An 11 does not hit.
Oh, 13.
Even
But yeah, I don't think it-
13. Yeah, it's one shy. So, what little armor she wears prevents the attack.
Is it just one attack, or do I get both attacks?
It's just an attack. So,
Okay.
or actually, it's the wording says the creature attacks the nearest enemy. So, I guess you would take a full attack action.
Yeah, because I used all my attacks.
Yeah. All right. So that is going to be 13 more damage. That one was already bloodied. It is barely alive after that great axe takes a chunk out of its side. All right, new charisma saving throw. All right, you are no longer afflicted. All right, Kyrah attacks the nearest enemy. She stops dancing, comes running up.
Donkey punches one in the back of the head.
You see a dagger from her sleeve fall into her hand, and she attacks. Dealing some damage. This one is bloodied. As she appears and stabs, you hear this guy shout out, "Kai Kai!" But she is beyond reason. Oh wait, she gets the saving throw at the end of her turn. Let's see what happens. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, that brings us to Anastasia.
I'm like, yeah, that's her.
Where's her legendary resistance? Always.
She saves it for important stuff. When you've got Lutheria gunning for you all the time, you don't want to piss it away on some regular ass shit.
So what happened when he walked out? He strummed his thing, and what happened with the Maenads again?
He basically did like a bard's counter song. So
To try and calm him?
yeah,
As far as I can tell?
yeah, they are no longer frenzied.
Okay.
The only one in the room that's frenzied is Kyrah.
I'll go up to her and I'll be like, and I'll put like a finger up. Just give me a second. And I'll try.
He's
and...
like,
oh, I can't help her. Shoot.
Oh, okay.
I can't help with a saving throw.
You can sit on her.
Does Lesser Restoration work on confusion?
What effects does Lesser Restoration do?
Let's put it out here. I don't think so. Paralyzed, poison.
Blind, deaf, and paralyzed, poisoned. No. This is a mind-affecting spell.
Okay. I'll just try and grapple her and just try and hold her down.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a athletics check.
Beat this. Yeah, that's nice.
Okay. Let's see. She will try her best to avoid the grapple.
Oh, acrobatics. I think she got it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
All right.
20.
Talus, to you.
Talus gonna look at everyone and say, "I love you guys," and cast Healing Spirit.
Aw. Okay. What is your healing spirit, by the way?
At the moment, it looks like a drunk elephant.
Okay. I've got you. Hold on. Yeah. This elephant has been sober for a very long time, but in his youth, he did drink quite a bit. So he had an alcoholism problem in his teens. So here you go. Move him around as you see fit.
I go up to Phil and blow bubbles on him that heal him for 6 health.
Aw, that's nice. This guy looks over at you and he gives you a bro nod. All right. This Maynard is
He'll
super
quench
dead.
his first, because he's afraid.
Oh yeah, because the elephant. Yeah.
But that is a good one.
All right.
So he pets the spirit.
Soul, to you.
Guess she'll try and grapple. That's not gonna work, obviously. I guess we'll just dodge. We'll just kind of like fly around her, I guess.
All right.
Try and get her to snap out of it, or I don't know, dodge.
Okay. She screams at Soul and just begins, like, she drops down, like, puts her hands on her knees and just starts twerking. It's a good look when you're confronting your ex who's stolen from you when they thought you were dead. Hypatia, to you.
I am very traumatized by all the twerking that's happening.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm gonna look at this one, and I'm gonna look her deep in the eyes, and I'm gonna tell her to stop.
Okay. Oh, all right. Let's see what happens.
The DC is only 8.
She fails.
Oh yes. Yes.
All right. You see her just freeze up, and her skin takes on a grayish tint, as if it's turning to stone. Well done. All right. Was it this one right here that you did?
No, it was the other one.
Okay.
One. This one.
Gotcha. All right. We're set. Top of the round.
With blood all over her and having gone on a rampage, she's down next to the wall and started to doze off.
Okay, fair enough. On this guy's turn, he is going to start walking towards Kyrah. He's going to use counter song. She will try and make another fucking save. This time with advantage. She can't possibly flub this one. There we go. As she snaps out of it, he looks to her and smiles and says, "Oh, this is yours." And he hands her the harp.
Look at that.
That was anticlimactic.
And he says, "Well, I mean, I thought you were dead, so, I didn't want it to go to just anybody. But now that I know you're alive, I mean, I'm not a thief. Here. It's good to see you." And she, is still twerking, and then she just slowly slows down, straightens her body, kind of dusts off her robes, and, does, the really polite handshake, where, one hand's on your stomach/ribs, and the other, you're barely offering your hand. And he, places the harp in her hand, and she kind of clutches it. And he's like, "So, you're the chosen?"
That's us.
It's a shame what happened to poor Agape, but, violence begets violence. I try to tell her that. Try to tell her that.
Your elementals taste funny.
Oh, don't they? Don't they? Well, I haven't really had a chance to make things nice. I have a bedroom back here, and he kind of pushes the barrels out of the way. I've got that set up pretty nice. Haven't figured out what else I'm gonna do with the place, But I tried to clean it up, so. And he kind of just looks at all you guys like you're being super impolite to him right now.
So there's this guy up there. He's pretty convinced that you're like bilking him out of some stuff.
Oh no, I'm not bilking him. Like just the other. Well, yeah, I do actually. Just the other day, some buddies of and I planted all these, excuse my language, fucking grapes, and I needed a place to stay, and I was in the area. I remembered that I owned half of this place, so I came on over, and I took the wine cellar because I didn't think it was fair to cohabitate with a guy who's in a real small house already with his wife and his daughter. As I also wanted some privacy because the ladies, you know what I'm saying.
Talos is gonna spend the other 2 spares of the healing spirit on the 2 main.
Okay. They demurely thank you and sidle up to either side of you and begin purring and rubbing against your bark.
So the guy is
he's very grumpy, right? He threatened to go to Mytros and come back with quote unquote mystioses and have me killed. But I told him that an oath was made. I put in the work. I want my share. And he's like, oh, I don't know anything about that. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know anything about that? It was just the other day. And he's like, no. And then I name drop his I guess his grandfather or however that works. And he's like, oh, that was 150 years ago. Come on now. I'm pretty good with time. I'm pretty sure it wasn't 150 years ago. Though I will say the grapes grew pretty fast, so maybe it has been. And there wasn't a house here last time, so it could have been a little bit longer than I thought it was.
I think there was a misunderstanding.
Are you keeping the guy prisoner?
Well, I can't have him running off and bringing people back to kill me, so I guess it's house arrest. It's for his own good. And they're allowed out to play with the elephants and go on walks and they don't want for anything. I have money. I have groceries delivered. I just don't want them running off and having people come kill us. Like you guys. Look at Agape. She's dead.
Well, I'm gonna glance significantly at Kyrah.
You didn't kill the Gigan, did you? Or the elephants?
No. And Agape attacked us.
No, she did. I get it. I mean, technically, you were breaking and entering. She was defending herself. I feel like any court in Mytros would probably charge you guys with murder, but given that she's was a loose cannon, we'll just we'll set that aside for now.
Guys, real quick, out of character. We ever get diamonds to use Revivify? Because I could have revivified her, and it's too late now. It's definitely a minute past, but
I didn't know that was something we needed.
Oh.
I mean, are we gonna spend $500 gold drachmae on this?
It's only 300 drachmae in diamonds.
Yeah, are we gonna spend 300 drachmae on?
I mean, you're not now because the moment has definitely passed. Yeah.
We didn't have the money.
Evil.
Okay.
We don't have the money anyway.
Oh yeah, they're chaotic. Guys, they're chaotic evil.
All right.
We've been through this with.
Yeah. I mean, even he's well, I'm sad, but I'm not that sad,
Were you planning on making any more of these?
making more of what, wine? Yeah, I've been
No,
making.
the
I don't
Maenads.
make Maenads.
Okay, I just had to check.
Wow.
I don't know if you've heard about us.
No, there's a crazy dryad named Demetria. She makes Maenads. I think there's a couple of others, like, heavy-duty Lutheria types that are into
Yeah.
making Maenads.
We killed Demetria.
Oh, so that song was true then. And you see Kyrah raise an eyebrow. What does that mean? All my songs are true. And he's like, right. All of them. So you have your harp. I guess, what, now we have to deal with, property law? Is that what heroes do now?
No, I mean, if you made an oath, you made an oath. I don't want to get in the way of it. I don't know about you
Well,
guys.
We gotta like mediate or something. Hypatia volunteers to like make notes. I'm a noble. I know the laws and shit. I'll lawyer him.
Well, here's the thing. Obviously, this land is owed to him, and I do speak to him. It's just, honestly, if you want your vineyards to grow, though, you definitely want people who want to work on them. If you could make a kind of deal with Gello.
People that want to work. People that want to work.
He got them.
Have you not seen Scylla? And like Koban? And Sissus? I mean, they're like out there just making it happen.
They are really
I've never
great.
seen them so happy.
Well, half of it is theirs, right?
What, the elephants? No, I mean,
No,
I give them a
half of
small
the-
cut of my cut, but
No, not the elephants. The people. Half of the farm.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
vineyard is there.
I mean, technically half of everything that is, is grown from the fruits of this vineyard. Which feels very loose, right? Like, I could basically say anything successful that's ever happened to this dude's family, I have half of it. I mean, I know some satyrs that would, like, demand he chop his daughter in half, okay?
Well, why don't we just tell him, like, hey, you don't have to work anymore, because you got these sick elephants. They can just not work and get half
I'm
the
not
money.
really into the Mytros scene, so if he's willing to, like, I don't know, be our face in the city, I mean, he and his family could go live in the damn city, and I'll pay for a place for them to stay.
Why don't you write it down on paper so he can give it to his
Why don't
descendants?
we just go get him down here? I'll go get him. Should I go get him? I'll go get him. I'm gonna go get him.
Okay. Do you bring him, his wife, and his daughter?
No, just him.
Oh, okay. Do you bring Astraeus too, or do you leave Astraeus with the dude's wife?
I
Wait,
leave
that sounds
Astraeus with
bad.
the dude's
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah. There's nothing to worry about. This is a salt marsh. Jeez. Okay. All right. Gelos comes down reluctantly, but also because Phil is telling him to. And he looks over, angrily at this guy. And this guy looks over like, "What's up, bro?" And that just makes him even more angry. I guess I'll go first. So,
Yeah, tell him what you told me.
look, how about this? I take over the vineyard. You start a shop, right? In charge of import-export of wine in the city. And then me and mine will attend the land, and we'll make sure that you are well supplied with incredible Fey-infused wines that you sell to the city, and we continue to split everything 50-50, and we get even more rich. And then you and your wife and your daughter don't have to live in, like, a single-room hut. And the guy narrows his eyes, and he says, "This is Fey trickery. I will not be..."
Hypatia will make some quick figures, like just draw them out on.
Oh, yeah.
Like
He looks at
and, like,
all
don't you
all
like,
those
you can
all
make
the zeros.
this
Yeah.
much.
This is brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he strides forward and he hugs the satyr, and the satyr hugs him. And his satyr does go in for a kiss, and then Gelos is like, "What?" And he's like, "I just had to check. I just was trying, you know." All right.
Why don't you get it down on paper, since humans live so short? That way it's signed by both of you.
Oh, paper. Okay. Yeah, we could do that. Sure.
Contracts, yes.
That's
Why don't
like
you
an,
just
it's
tell
like an
your
oath,
fucking
but it has
kids?
no power. Got it.
And why don't you just tell your fucking kids about this shit and tell them to tell their kids? So don't remake your father's mistakes.
Hypatia's got
grandfather.
like half of the legalese already written out. She's like, am I doing this or am I not?
Kyra's like,
I could keep
yeah,
going."
just do it, cause this brosif over here, he's gonna wake up one day and forget everything that was happening. You better write it down.
Okay. Like 3 pages later.
Like he forgot what his girlfriend looked like. And he's like, your sister, she looks a lot like you.
Oof.
Oh no.
It's a good thing Estrace
Oh
isn't here.
no.
Just write it up. Just hurry up and write it up.
It is 3 pages and 1 sentence. Because I know how to lawyer.
And
Okay.
We can go now.
Yeah, she needs to be led out of the room. She's paralyzed with rage.
Yeah, I'm taking her out, and I'm even
Okay.
letting her do the whole like hold me back thing, hold me back. Where I'm like, hold her back, but I'm not really holding her back.
It's more like a catatonic rage. She's just kind of glassy-eyed, steel jaw, like staring at him as you kind of move her. Like there's like a crackling sound of her bones as she continues to tilt her head to watch him. He does look a little uncomfortable.
It was nice to meet you. Let's get out of here.
I don't suppose we could try that foot race again. All right. Well, you have successfully saved this family's life, and also the life of most of these Fae. The Geigen, he's a little embarrassed when he had the girl ride up on the elephant that there were intruders that he didn't catch. But Boreal informs him that there's no harm, no foul. Agape fell down some stairs. This is why you don't hang out with chaotic, neutral, and chaotic evil people, because they don't really have a lot of fucks to give. All right. On that note, if you don't have any more business here, I guess you could go back to your many refugees.
Hold on, I gotta wake up.
well-
Why are you moving me?
Oh,
She
you guys,
passed
I thought you
out.
guys are all heading back upstairs, right?
That's okay.
Yeah.
No, if no one picked her up,
I
she's
was-
still in the cellar.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Passed
assumed
out.
you slowly drag her up the stairs.
I want to ask Boreus if he has anything to help my plant grow.
Boreal looks down at your little plant, and he fishes around in his fur. He takes out a grape seed, and he tucks it into your armor. He's like, this is gonna make it extra fun.
Thank you.
Oh God.
Hypatia whispers to Anastasia, like, I'm not good with kids. Can you get my blanket back? I don't want to be mean, but I want my blanket back.
Aw. Okay.
Yeah, and so this guy, apparently, he has, like, not a lot of common sense, because he's like, hey, I know you're all red, like, physically the color red, but, I mean, can I try one more time? He drops to one knee, and he says, Kyrah, not Kyrah, goddess of music and tricksters. will you allow me the honor of trying to beat you in a foot race? Make me the happiest man, Fae, in all of Thylea. And she looks at him, and you see the red begin to fade. And she goes over, and with the toe of her sandal, she makes a start line in the road. All right.
I'm gonna whisper to Anastasia. Can you cast slow on her?
No.
Okay.
But does she secretly want you to?
All right. She reaches into her mini backpack, kicks off her sandals, pulls on some strange leg coverings. They are bright white, and they have yellow and black stripes. They go all the way up to just below her knees. She then takes out weird-looking sandals. They have many tiny, colorful ropes attached to them. She ties them to her feet. She takes another strange device out and puts it around her head, taking her godly laurel and tucking it away. She then takes out some weird glass visors with a strap and straps them to her face, covering her eyes.
Please
Starts
cast
doing
slow on her, please.
some like calisthenics or something.
She looks ridiculous.
All right, this guy, basically naked except for like a battle harness. He just kind of watches, nods. I've been working out pretty fast now. I got 4 character levels. I took that feat where you move faster, mobility. So just letting you know. Just letting you know. You're gonna be Mrs. Northwind when this is over. She laughs and smiles at him, and then he blushes purple, thinking that all right, this could happen. Is anyone placing bets? Is anyone interfering?
If Rosette's gonna wake up and stumble over.
Oh, you gonna be the flag girl?
See that? No, she's gonna race with them.
Oh.
She's like, oh, I want to run too. She's still drunk.
Kyrah blushes and she's like, what if you win?
Then I win. I'm the fastest.
I need you to be...
She has no idea what this is for.
Yeah, if you win...
I'm gonna go get reset. It's like, come back. This is okay. This is okay. Just come back over here.
I thought you were gonna...
Let me run.
Alright, when Anna calls down the divine fire, that's when we start. The race is all the way to that back field. You see it? You see it all the way back there? And he looks and he's like, oh, I see it. I'm ready. And he takes a flask out and he says, I've been saving this for just such an occasion. And he goes to drink it. Okay. She narrows her eyes and he begins to drink from the flask. Alright, he seems preternaturally quick. Alright, Anna, go ahead.
Okay, I'll just count down 3, 2, 1, and then I'll cast Sacred Flame in front of, past them.
Okay. As soon as you cast Sacred Flame, Kyrah stabs him in the dick.
Reset runs.
Wait, not next to the grapes! Don't go towards the grapes!
No, we run. Where do we run? Up here? I don't know. She just runs over there.
Okay. Reset runs in the wrong direction.
Yeah, she has.
She
uses her step of the wind, and she goes 204.
You see Kyrah. You see Kyrah start running slowly to the south towards the backfield that she indicated.
She goes 120 over there. She looks around and sees no one around.
Sereni cheers for you. You're doing great! You're doing great!
Did I win? I won!
Yay! You won! And she and the elephant come stomping towards you.
I'm just gonna hop up and down.
Yeah, elephant picking you up with its trunk, put you on its back. You start riding around the elephant.
And then she passes out on the elephant.
Okay.
Talus will make a good berry and shove it down his throat.
Okay.
I'm like,
He
okay?
coughs and sputters. Oh, my massive donkey dick. Oh, it hurts
Sorry,
so bad.
buddy.
I think that was cheating.
You were gonna drink a super fast potion. I think that was fair.
She's the goddess of tricksters.
You drank something.
It was a combination haste and expeditious retreat potion.
That seems illegal.
Seemed valuable. Do you have any more?
It was illegal. I had to buy it. I spent a lot of money and I bought it from a thief. I think
Where'd
my
you
heart's
get it?
exploding.
Can you give us the contact of that? Because that sounds great.
You see foam start coming out of the corner of his mouth.
I'm gonna perform a medicine check on him to like just try and get him stable enough to tell me where he bought it.
Okay.
This man needs alcohol.
He looks at you, and his eyes are bleary, and he says, "Seek out the Lady of Coins." And there's just one long wet fart. And you hear Gelos cry out, "No! All the zeros! How could this happen?" And he
I'll
just
pop another
throws
good berry in
himself
his
down.
throat.
Okay, he coughs away. Oh! My massive donkey dick. It hurts so bad. And you see Gelos cradling him in his arms. He's like, "My love, my sweet. Oh, I thought I had lost you. Oh, those zeros. Oh."
So you said the master of coins?
Lady with
The guy,
Lady
the guy
of coins.
is kind of delirious from pain at this point.
Yeah, she's like me. She's a Medusa and Mytros. She's kind of scary though, so maybe not. That's all I'm saying.
Talus will
Kinda
hand the owner the rest of the good berries. Say, feed these to him. It'll help.
Well, I was very rash with you. I am sorry, great Mytros. Thank you for your help. You have made my life so much richer. Literally. Also, you saved the life of my wife and my child, so thank you. You will always get a discount when you come to Gelos Wine Emporium of Mytros.
Look, just branded the chosen, the wine of the chosen. Get some royalties in there.
The chosen the wine?
Just a special formulation.
Mm.
Vintage.
Special
vintage,
edition.
that's the word.
Special edition.
Vintage.
I will ask my sweet Fey Prince to make a special wine just in honor of your heroics. It will sum up everything that happened here today in one drink.
Oh, and make one in every 100 bottles have one of those wine elementals in it.
Oh,
No.
No.
Absolutely not. But you know what you could do? You could chill the wine. Have you ever thought about that? You could chill it. Chill the wine. Yeah.
The guy looks at you, amused and disgusted that you would suggest such a fucking horrible thing to do to wine.
I don't know. I look over and see what Kyrah's doing. Is she still going?
She's a speck in the distance. Yep.
Okay.
She ain't getting married today. Fuck that. Just in case. Teleports are a thing. Alright. I will take you back to the map. Unless you have any other business here.
No.
Kebalinos is going to tempt fate, though. He is going to approach you, Philippocles, and he's going to say, I have heard many stories of your great strength and courage.
I see you have the axe of the Slayer. Do you wish to slay me, son of Pythor?
Why, I do.
Yet you do not. That brings me a feeling I have not had in a long time.
Well, let's face it, if any of us were gonna slay you, it'd be Astraeus. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and then there's some awkwardness. And this Gigan looks over at him, and then Astraeus looks over at the Gigan. And I can't really speak for him because he's not here. But Astraeus is gonna say, this probably sounds like somebody would say, what happened in the past is in the past. We forged a new future today. That sounds on brand.
It does.
Yeah. Kebalinos says,
You give me hope, son of Pythor. Thank you.
Hopefully our paths don't cross.
A shame. I would love to offer these arms in the service of such a great cause.
alright. So, I'll take you guys back to your map. Alright. If you could stick around for a few more minutes, we'll set the scene for arriving in Mytros before the session ends. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Alright. Let's see. Mytros is big. I'm not saying it's Waterdeep big, but it's pretty big. I was kind of impressed. It's a pretty big city. Let's see. Okay, there's no dynamic lighting, so that should be fine. Alright. Let's see.
On the way,
Ooh.
Talus would have sobered up and been apologizing to everyone.
Aw.
Because drunk Talos is loudmouth Talus.
Alright. As you approach the city, the storm system, and that is what it is, gets worse and worse and worse. And as you approach, you realize that Mytros is in a bad situation. The storms overhead are mythical in their intensity and their proportions. You see what could only be air elementals and storm elementals flying amongst the clouds, buffeting the winds into ever more furious gales. Lightning, bright and blue, crackles across the clouds and occasionally comes striking down from the heavens to form a crater in the earth. As you approach the gates of Mytros from the northeast, I will take you over to that map. So hold on a second. Let's see. Yeah, so Mytros excuse me, it's big. And as you arrive, here's some more of that storm system action going on. You guys, I guess I should drop a UR here. Let's see. Would be arriving from the northeast, so you would be right about there. And as you approach the city, you see a large, ominous face form in the clouds.
Was it like this when we first set off?
The weather has been getting increasingly worse as you got closer and closer to Mytros. Like, as you left the vineyard, it started to rain.
No, I mean, like, when we originally left. Like, because I was originally from Mytros, and me and Hypatia.
Oh, no. It was beautiful. It was great. Everything was great. Yeah. No, this is not what you left. This is not what you left at all. I need each of you to make a dexterity saving throw. All right. Do we roll for your boy who's not here, or does he get immunity?
If you're gonna kill us, I'd say immunity.
Okay. All right, fair enough. All right, the lowest roll looks like a 6 from Hypatia. The storm, which has very vaguely the features of Sidon, the beard formed from swirling clouds that billow back. You watch as the eyes of blue lightning crackle, the mouth yawns open, and a massive lightning bolt strikes Hypatia.
Can I shield?
You could absorb elements, but yeah, you just took 79 points of damage.
I'm really dead.
Is that massive damage?
Oh yeah.
All right.
And then some. That's like almost triple damage.
As the lightning bolt strikes, you dead. The face in the clouds makes silent, mocking laughter as it dissipates back into the storm, and the storm increases in intensity, dumping gallons and gallons of rainwater down on you. As time is ticking by, a gateway appears, illuminated by an eerie turquoise light. You see, stepping through this gateway is the Lich Daemon. His actions are purposeful and quick for his normal body language. He produces from his folds of his robe a scroll, unfurls it, and thrusts it towards Anastasia. You realize quite quickly this is a scroll of Revivify.
Yeah, I take it and I use it if I can understand it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. As you do, the sparkly diamond ink of the scroll burns with that turquoise fire and turns to ash. The ash drifts down, and one by one, the snakes of the struck dead Hypatia begin to writhe and move. She takes in a deep shuddering breath. Daemon turns his empty cowl towards the sky and shakes where his head should be, left to right. Turning, he looks with his empty cowl at all of you and down at Hypatia, and then drifts back through the gateway that he created. As he leaves Hypatia, you and you alone hear a voice in your mind that says, "Only the once." All right.
Throw my hands up in the air, like, gah.
Through the storm, you see two draconic forms begin descending towards you. On their backs, you see armored knights. They wear armor that is strange, similar in style to what Astraeus is wearing. Are these Dragonlords? The mounts that they are riding on have shimmering copper scales that are occasionally illuminated by the flashes of blue lightning. As they land their dragons, the dragons give shakes to kind of get rid of some of the rain, but more just pours on top of them, shouting to be heard over the rain. This one right here says, "Chosen of the Oracle, you are hereby summoned to the king. You will not tarry. You will come at once."
Does he have iconography of like Sidon?
I mean, yeah, a little bit. But, I mean, he's a Dragonlord. It does work for the king of Mytros.
Just feeling grumpy, like, so he can kill us too? Sure, why not? Let's go.
All right, and they flying overhead to keep track of you, never struck by the lightning, even as it strikes buildings and trees nearby. The two Dragonlords escort you on the long, winding walk through the heavy torrential downpour towards the king's palace. And that is where we'll stop for the night.
Lovely.
All right. You guys want to stay on the Mytros page, or do you want to go back over to the start page?
I think the Mytros page is good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So feel free to drag out your minis if you want, and we'll leave you guys there. Whoosh! All right.
And was this the next day after we left the vineyard?
Yeah, I would say the adventures that you had there, you probably would have camped a little bit south of the place, maybe in the backfield, and then headed out. So you arrive in the afternoon, close to evening in Mytros, but the skies are so dark it is like nighttime.
And we do have 60 people in tow, so...
Yeah, who witnessed all that crazy shit. Alright. So, anybody have any announcements? The only one I have is there is a build battle going on. So if you are interested in designing or voting on a cool custom homebrew sub-race that we could use in our games, please go ahead, vote or enter or both. Yeah, but other than that, I don't have anything. Anybody else have anything? No? All right. What's up?
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to be running a game on the 24th.
Okay. Have you posted anything up for it yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I was planning to do that tonight.
All right. Sounds good. Let me know if you need anything from me.
Wait, is this our, are we finally Space Pirates?
No, I think this is going to be...
Spelljammer?
I think it's going to be a charity one, probably just a random one, but I'll put more info later.
Spelljammer.
I've been looking at a lot of Spelljammer stuff, so, but maybe not that one yet. I don't know.
Okay, because I hit that garbage.
I've fallen down some kind of rabbit hole into second edition stuff, and it looks very cool.
Yeah, it was a pretty rad setting. So, all right. Well, everybody, stay safe. Hope your week goes well, and we'll continue this next week with meeting the king of Mytros and trying to figure out just what the hell is happening. All right.
See you guys next week.
All right.
I'll give you a warning. I'm gonna be feeling pretty salty, so somebody
Oh,
else is probably gonna
yeah.
want to do
I was gonna
stalking.
say,
But hey, listen, if you're gonna get killed, being killed by the god of storms by a storm, I mean, that's pretty good, you know?
yeah,
Would have been cooler if you had absorb
elements and caught it.
Yeah.
And tanked it. Yeah.
Yeah. But you
But
did,
then he probably would
you
have got
did,
super pissed.
you did use up your epic path get out of jail free card. So, he's only willing to, come bail you out that one time because of this thing that happened that he couldn't tell you about, and that other thing that happened that you have to find out about. So, yeah.
Prophecies are so dumb.
Well, I was
So
told I
dumb.
don't have any cards, so at least I had that one.
All right. Night, everybody.
Night.
Good day.
Night.
Good night.
Night.
Have a good one.